Welcome to Thursday Night Lights High School Football Game of the Week, presented by Wendy's. We're at beautiful, historic Allen Amici Field in Kenosha as Kenosha Bradford takes on Kenosha Tremper. My name is Mike McGivern. I'm with Sports Radio 1250 WSSP, alongside Hall of Fame coach Ron Davies and the two head coaches for tonight, Jed Kennedy from Kenosha Bradford and Frank Matrice with Kenosha Tremper. Coach?
Well, Frank, you are now the longest tenured coach in the Southeastern Conference, and I know your win-loss record speaks for itself, including playing in the 2001 state championship game. Of more importance, I think, are the values that you and your staff teach your kids, lifelong values they'll lose long after they graduate. And also, Frank is a president-elect of the Wisconsin High School Football Coaches Association and was honored with a Positive Influence in Coaching Award last spring. Frank, could you ask for a better day? Biggest rivalry in the state, Tremper Bradford. Beautiful weather. Does it get any better than this?
This is outstanding, Coach. We're looking forward to a great game against a very good opponent who's well coached and well disciplined.
Well, you know, Frank, Tony O'Gully's not playing for you tonight, and Vontae Jackson isn't playing for Bradford, possibly the two best football players in the state. I'm sorry for the audience as well as for the coaches. Antonio's especially a big loss because he was first-team All-State offense and defense. But that was my main question for you tonight, Coach. How do you stop this explosive Bradford offense?
Well, first of all, we got to hope that Coach Kennedy doesn't get the football because he does some great things with that offense and he moves the ball very well. We're just going to have to come and play very sound defense and make sure that we get to the ball and are fast and quick and make tackles.
Okay, well, thanks, Coach, and good luck tonight.
Great, thanks, guys. Now let's talk to Jed Kennedy, head coach at Kenosha Bradford. Coach, great night for football. I think this is year 4 for you as far as, or year 5 for you as far as the Tremper-Bradford rivalry. This is the game that people talk to. If you're going to go to a game, this is the one to go to.
Yeah, I think, like we talk about, I think it speaks for the level of football that's played in Kenosha. Two very good football teams that I think are obviously two of the more consistent teams in this conference. In this game, not only does it typically speak for city bragging rights, it's also going to have a high stake in a conference champion. And second of all, playoff qualifying. So I think when you throw those three things together, it just creates a huge atmosphere and exciting game for our community and our conference.
They had mentioned the two guys that are missing tonight. Vontae Jackson, I just got a chance to meet. Man, what a great young man.
Yeah, I think the thing is, when he went down, everybody talked about his ability and what we lost. He's just a great kid. He's ranked in 23rd in his class out of 520 kids. He's a quiet kid. He's unselfish, and this was kind of his year to kind of be the guy. So I think that's what's disappointing. When you take the ability, just a bad thing that happened to a great individual.
The great thing about Bradford is they keep rolling. Guys that I haven't heard of putting up big numbers. We're going to get to a break. Other side of the break, we'll get over to Dick Basham and John Weiser for the keys of the game. This is Thursday Night Lights High School Football Game of the Week, presented by Wendy's.
It's Kenosha's version of the Civil War tonight from Amici Field as Kenosha Tremper will play host to state-ranked Kenosha Bradford, a Southeast Conference matchup tonight on Thursday Night Lights. With Coach Dick Basham, John Weiser with you. Glad you're along from Amici Field on Kenosha's beautiful south side. A series that's been dominated by Tremper, 34-15-1, but the last several years Bradford has come on, winning 6 of the last 8 matchups, including playoff games the last 3 years. And Dick, it's unfortunate here tonight. We've got two of the outstanding running backs in the state, but unfortunately, neither one going to play.
Yeah, this is kind of a good news, bad news situation. And the two running backs that we're expected to see are both injured. Vontae Jackson was hurt in the first game, and Tonio Gully was hurt last week, and he's not out for the season, but he's at least out for this game. So both teams have to adjust, and that's what coaches get paid to do, and we'll see who makes the best adjustment.
Bradford had to make some adjustments, I should say. They've lost their big running back, Melvin Gordon, graduated last year, over 2,000 yards rushing. He's playing for the University of Wisconsin. You've got Gino DiBartolo, their quarterback from a year ago, responsible for almost 2,000 total yards. He's a quarterback at Army. So where are they turning here for that yardage on offense?
Well, they have a lot of guys who are going to play in offense, but we're going to talk about Quanzel Murphy, who has started every game since his freshman year. Now, normally he plays most of the time on defense, but Coach Kennedy tells me he's going to probably play all three different positions in the backfield tonight. And he, as I said, he's a 4-year starter. He's a great player. He's got a lot of skills, and he had over 500 yards last year and 14 touchdowns, so he knows what to do when he carries the ball.
Defensively for Bradford, they've got a player back there at free safety, Jerry Nash, an outstanding athlete.
Yeah, Jerry Nash is number 29. He's a free safety. He's going to be right in the middle of the defense. He started for 2 years. He's got 3 interceptions this year. He's got a punt return for back for a kickoff, and he's the leader of the defense, and they have a terrific defense, and I think that's probably what Bradford's going to hang their hat on tonight is their defense.
Tremper without their star running back Gully. They've got a good one in Mike Anderson, who's made his way back into the starting lineup. But when you talk to Frank Matrice, their head coach, he hangs his hat on that offensive line and Zach Niles.
Well, their line is going to have to get it done. They do have some capable running backs, but they don't have any as good as Tonio. But Zach Niles is their left tackle, and he's a 2-year starter. He's an outstanding student. He's a captain of the team. He's the leader of the line, and he's also going to be playing linebacker tonight.
Defensively, Andrew Buchanan, also an outstanding player for the Trojans.
Well, he's to do everything. He's their scholar athlete. He's an honor student. He has the lead in the play this fall, which is a musical. He's a good singer. Tarzan is the play. He's going to be playing linebacker on defense and wide receiver on offense, and he'll be returning some kicks too.
That's our leaderboard tonight, brought to you by Wisconsin Lutheran College. Academic excellence, Christian leadership. Time now for our keys to the game.
Well, for Bradford, I think they need to pressure the quarterback. I think Tremper's going to have to throw the ball probably to win the game. They need to pressure the quarterback. They need to hold Tremper under 3 yards on first down, and when they have the ball, they need to run the football. Tremper, I think, needs to keep the ball on offense and shorten the game, tackle well on defense, and they need to protect the passer and give him a chance to throw.
The Trojans want to win the Southeast Conference. They have to defeat Bradford here tonight in front of a full house. We'll be back to Amici Field with our kickoff. Thursday Night Lights in Kenosha, sponsored by Wendy's on My 24. Here tonight at Amici Field in Kenosha as we get set for our big game tonight, our Thursday night light matchup between Kenosha Tremper and Kenosha Bradford. Right now we're going to enjoy our national anthem as the Wisconsin National Guard will lead our color guard unit out to the field. And performing our national anthem tonight will be Tremper High School.
So proudly we hail at the twilight glittering, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. For the ramparts we watch were so gallantly serene, and the rockets the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free? With our national anthem here tonight. Bradford Red Devils at 4-0 on the season, undefeated in conference play. Then you have Kenosha Tremper suffering their first loss a week ago against Muskego in a tough battle there. And so, as I said in the open, if they want to win the conference championship, Tremper has to win this game here tonight.
Yeah, they've got themselves back into a corner where they need help now in order to win a championship. And in order to do that, they certainly have to knock off Bradford and give them that one loss, and then those two teams will play later in the season. But anytime you have to depend on somebody else, that's not good. But at least you take care of business and hope you get the help.
Well, the Red Devils have dominated this series of late. It has been Tremper's series for a long time, 34-15-1 to the Trojans in this 51st meeting tonight. But Bradford has won 6 of the last 8 ball games. They posted 70 points on the Trojans a year ago in the regular season.
Well, I can tell you as a coach, that sticks in your craw a little bit. I never really felt that there was any reason you needed to score 70 points in a game. And I'm sure that they did substitute, but maybe a little bit late. And I'm sure that Frank's got that in the back of Frank Matrice has that in the back of his mind, but that was last year. He has this new team this year. They have a new team, and so you start over again.
Our ceremonial coin flip out at the center of the field. That is the mayor of Kenosha, Keith Bosman, along with the referee tonight, Neil Bruner. Keith Bosman, a big sports fan himself here in Kenosha, and really appreciates the high school athletics. You'll see him at both contests all the time here for Bradford and Tremper.
Well, they have 2 great facilities here to play football. Well, they have 3 if you count Carthage, the college field. But they have 3 great fields here. Next year they're going to have three high school teams. And I think this is one of the hotbeds in the southeast part of the state for athletics of all kinds, but not just football.
Tremper has won the toss. They will receive. They'll defend the north end zone to our left. Bradford in the white uniforms will defend the south end zone here tonight. No sale of tickets here on site. This was all pre-sold all week long, so it is technically a sellout here tonight, and it will be about maybe 3,500 or so, close to 4,000 will be in attendance for this one here tonight. They had over 6,000 for the playoff meeting between these two teams last year.
Yeah, the crowd is evidence of what's going to happen, and I think there's a lot of interest, and we'll see if Tremper can get off to a good start. I think that would really help him. Bradford, I think, would have to be the favorite based on their record, and they have played a tougher schedule than Tremper has, although they have yet to play anybody really tough in the conference. They both played Case. They had similar scores with Case, if that's any kind of a measuring stick right at this point.
You look at Bradford's schedule. They opened up against Milwaukee Riverside, whom we will see in a couple of weeks against Bradley Tech. They knocked off Hudson, and really I think the surprise is the shutout of Franklin 2 weeks ago. Everybody kind of looked at that matchup based on last year's game that we did on My 24, and that was going to be a high-scoring affair. I don't think anybody thought either team would get shut out in that game, let alone Bradford posting the goose egg.
Well, Bradford's very tough on defense. I did see them practice this week, and they have one of the best defenses we've seen in the 2 years we've been doing this, and I think that'll probably be in evidence tonight. Franklin is not the team that they were last year. They're not the offensive team. They're certainly strong on defense. They shut out Marquette. But that's where that stands now.
Let's set the offensive unit here for the Trojans. We talked about Zach Miles in our opening tonight, the left tackle. He's the captain of that offense. Tony Shira, Goodwin at center. And then Newberry and Shulsky rounding out that offensive line. We talk about the backs and receivers. Michael Anderson, his second start, and Tony O'Gelly out with the bruised knee. So he will get the start at running back here tonight. He will be a key to keep an eye on, although Aaron Boobin is a fine one, too. This is his first year in football, and he's been a baseball player here the last couple of years.
That's what Coach Matrice told me, that his first year out, he's going to get a baptism tonight and his first chance to play in a big game.
There you get a look at Frank Matrice, 1 win away from that magic 100 mark, and you heard Coach Davies in the pregame talk up all the good things that Frank does here at Tremper High School, and he is one of the good guys.
He comes by that naturally. I know his father very well, and he's a chip off the old block. I'm sure his dad is here someplace tonight watching the game, and he does it the right way. It's a game. He wants his kids to be good students. I did talk to him at practice the other day and talked to actually a couple of his players, very nice young men. Very respectful, and it was really a pleasure to watch him practice.
Well, Witkowski has it teed up. Eric Witkowski, who does the place kicking for the Bradford Red Devils. They're in the white uniforms. Tremper in the dark jerseys. We're set for a Thursday night Civil War here tonight between Bradford and Tremper in Kenosha. Anderson, Peavy, and Bianen standing deep, the triangle back there. It's been hyped for a week. Standing room only crowd here at Amici Field, and we are just about set to bring you high school football week number 5. And Witkowski kicks it away. It's going to drift to the far sideline. Bianen will take inside the 15. They bottle him up at the 20. Breaks containment to the 30. Down the far sideline, short of the 35-yard line. 16-yard pickup. Carvel Graham there to make the stop defensively.
Well, he showed us exactly what he's capable of doing right there. He was pretty well hemmed in and somehow got out of there and got about a 10, 15-yard gain. There you go, see Andrew Bannon right there. Gets down the left sideline, and very good tackle there by Carvel Graham from Bradford.
Incumbent on Tremper here to control the game clock here tonight. Connor Patty, their quarterback, a 2-year starter, an efficient quarterback. 5 touchdowns this year, 0 interceptions. They'll open up in the gun. Slot receiver to the right here on first down, short of their own 35. And they'll pass. Patty going to swing it out here near side. Pass is completed to Peavy, but he is wrapped up immediately for a short gain. Max Hagopian, the strong safety, in there for the Red Devils.
Right. Well, Peavy is the fastest player on their team and probably the most dangerous receiver, and so they're getting him in the game right away. Good coverage, though. And you can see that Bradford defense does move really well.
We'll set the defense for you here momentarily for the Red Devils. They'll play a combination, what they call 52 monster. We'll also see a little bit of the 44.
And they're 44 right now.
That's what they're in, 4 down linemen here. Patty will work from shotgun, this time slot to the left. And Patty will hand it off to Anderson. Anderson works his way forward, out short of the 40-yard line. Fonzel Murphy, who we talked about in that pregame, will go both ways for Bradford with the stop.
You can see that if we get a replay on that, that they had a hole, but it closed real fast.
There's that 5-man front, Ziegler, Davalos, Hilton, Clunas, and Heidi there. Murphy and Carbone. And Graham, Hagopian, Jerry Nash, who we talked about in our pregame, leading that secondary. Our starting lineups brought to you by MRZ Promotions, the Midwest premier promotional company. Need swag? Go to needswag.com. 3rd and about 4 here. Ball at the 40-yard line. Patty from shotgun. They'll run the reverse here on the near side. Coming around is Peavy with running room. Peavy to midfield. Peavy to the 45 of the Red Devils before he is tripped up there. Hagopian there to make the ankle tackle, but a big gash here for Trojans on 3rd down.
Well, there you got a chance to see Peavy's speed. A little fake dive, and the flanker comes back and gets the handoff, and he had not only good blocking, but he had a lot of room to work, and it's a big first down, really, so they didn't have to give it up in 3.
Again, welcome back to First Bank Financial Center as the first down sponsor on Thursday Night Lights. First Bank Financial Center, discover the community bank difference. From the Red Devil 45, 1st and 10, Tremper, opening drive. Mike Anderson up the left side, working behind Niles and Morelli that time. Gain of about 3 on the run by Anderson, his 2nd game back.
Well, I think I need to also say that Connor Patty, the quarterback for Tremper, is a seasoned veteran. He played all last year, and, of course, he's in his 5th game this year. So I did get a chance to talk to him at practice. Very smart young man, and really was looking forward to the game. And if he has a good game, I think Tremper's going to have a good night.
Well, we're getting positive yardage on first down, Coach. 3 or 4 yards on first down really helps this offense
out. That's what they had to do,
Offset eye behind Connor Patty. Anderson, the tailback. They'll fake to the fullback. It'll be Patty. He'll keep it inside the 40 down to the 39-yard line. Fumble the football. Did Bradford come up with it? Let's see.
Down, maybe.
And Patty is slow to get up. They'll give him 3 yards as we look at the replay.
You're going to see that swarming defense again. He turns up. There's a hole, but it closes. He got scissored real quick there.
Hagopian stepping up, delivering the blow that time. A gain of 3, so it sets up 3rd and 3 for the Trojans. Their opening drive, just under 9 minutes to go here in this first quarter. Another key 3rd down here. They'll go with the pro set eye here. Ruban, the fullback, Anderson, the tailback. They'll drag the tight end in motion. That's a Tito to the far side, and the give is to Anderson. Big hole right side, 1st down and more inside the 30, down to the 29-yard line. Gain of 9 on the play and a 1st down for Anderson. Justin Carbone able to make the tackle.
Well, Newberry and Shulsky, I'll tell you, really got to push there, and Anderson had a big gap to run up in there, and as you can see in the replay there, that was a pretty easy 1st down.
Another First Bank 1st down. 518 yards rushing a season ago for Anderson. 7 touchdowns on that campaign. Tito again will work to the left side, the tight end. They'll go with single wings either side. And they give his to Anderson again. Picks his way to the right side, breaks one tackle, fights forward, may have gotten a yard or two, and that's about it. Clunas was there on the stop.
Well, Anderson did a little jump stop there and bounced to the outside, but that defense was moved so well laterally, there wasn't anything there for him. We'll get a look at it right here. You'll see him do a little jump stop right there and then outside. And that was Kyle Ziegler that got the first hit on him.
As Ziegler stepped in that time, closed it off. Gain of 1, 2nd down, 9. 7.5 minutes to go, first quarter, no score. Connor Patty, the quarterback, out of shotgun. Has Peavy in a slot here to the right side. Patty will run it left side, big hole, 20, 15. Inside the 15, down to the 11-yard line. A 17-yard pickup and a first down. Quanzel Murphy finally brought him down, saved the touchdown.
Well, that's that veteran experience at quarterback, but he comes down the line in what's called a speed option. And if nobody tackles him, he turns down the field and runs for a touchdown. So didn't quite get the touchdown, but he got the first down.
From the 11-yard line, 1st and 10. Connor Patty, I'll tell you what, a very efficient quarterback, a game manager this year. 5 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions.
Right, he's completing 60% of his passes.
And as you can see, can do it with the legs as well. Anderson gets the call, follows the fullback, Beeben, inside the 10 down to about the 9-yard line. Boobin, I should say, the fullback clearing out the hole.
Boy, he got off the ball in a hurry on his block. You'll see that right here. See number 14 come up in there, but good defense. That's that solid defense right there.
Clunas again, one of the defensive linemen in on that stop for Bradford. A gain of 1, 2nd down, 9. A very efficient drive here for Tremper.
Bradford's flowing to the defense very, very fast. I think it might be a good solid play action pass. Could be effective here.
Boobin, the fullback, offset to the right. Anderson, the tailback. Drag the man in motion to the near side. Patty in under center. Connor Patty, toss sweep right side. Anderson cuts it at the hash inside the 10, down to about the 8-yard line. Good flow to the ball that time. Justin Carbone again there on the stop, his 2nd tackle on this drive.
Well, the flow of that defense laterally was impressive on that play because they had a toss play set up with a man in motion to get an extra blocker. They had a alignment advantage, right, as you'll see right there. But look at those white shirts just skating out there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6 guys in that picture on the tackle.
So far 3 for 3 on 3rd down on this drive. 3rd and 7. The ball at the Bradford 8-yard line near hash mark. Patty will work from shotgun. He's going to throw. Lofts it back of the end zone looking for his receiver. Bobbled and dropped. Incomplete. Deannon, the wide receiver. The intended target that time could not come up with it. Ran out of real estate essentially in that back end zone.
Yeah, it's right off his fingertips. Just all he could do is bat it down. That's the high percentage pass that has been very effective in so many games this year so far.
Sean Payne on the coverage. And we've got Jacob Birch in to attempt a 25-yard field goal from the right hash mark. Cato Nichols on the hold. Kyle Holden, the long snapper. Good snap. Ball down. The kick is on the way, and it sneaks in from the left upright. And Tremper gets the first score of the night, 3-0. A very impressive drive, Dick, in that they got points and they took time off the clock.
Exactly. They did everything that they needed to do. They probably would have liked to have 7, but 3 is better than 0, and I think that's something to build on.
3-0 Tremper on the opening drive. Bradford set to receive the kickoff when we come back. Thursday Night Lights in Kenosha, presented by Wendy's.
Hey guys, welcome. We're here with Thad Jans from Wisconsin Lutheran College. Thanks a lot for being a sponsor. Tell us anything new, things going on at Wisconsin Lutheran College.
Yeah, it's a very exciting time at the college. We have record enrollment again this fall, some new programs that we have up and running, and we continue to grow our adult and graduate study program both on campus and online as well now.
Thad, you guys are doing something different, Strength Quest program. Read a little bit about it, very interesting. Tell us a little bit about that.
It's something I'm really excited about. It's a program we have all of our students participate in their freshman year. They take the assessment, find out their top 5 themes of talent. We help build strengths in our students that they can apply in the classroom, on internships, relationships, and in their careers someday when they leave WLC.
Hey, last thing, you have upcoming fall visit days. Tell us a little bit about that.
The fall visit days are coming up at the end of October. The dates are October 27th and 28th. A chance for students who are looking at colleges and their parents to come on campus, visit some classrooms, get a tour, meet some professors and students. If anyone wants more information, they go to our website. It's wlc.edu.
Excellent. Thanks a lot. Back to you boys up in the booth.
Mike McGivern from Sports Radio 1250, our third member of our crew tonight. Nice job with that interview. The kickoff going out of bounds. A huge break here for Bradford. They will get it 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Yeah, that's the last thing you want to do is give them better field position than you'd like to have.
And they'll give it to the fullback. Moves the pile forward. Great second effort on that play.
Well, they really got off the ball on that. I think they surprised Tremper a little bit on that one.
Pickup of 9 on the play. We'll see that quick kind of veer bone or whatever you want to call that by the Red Devils. Zach Niles there to make the stop. Just shy of the first down, 2nd and inches for Bradford. And they got hot read there. It goes to Quanzell Murphy. Murphy over the right side inside the 40. Still on his feet. Quanzell Murphy breaks tackle after tackle at the 25. Finally brought down at the Tremper 23-yard line. Quanzell Murphy, Wildcat that time, taking the direct snap.
Well, that's it. That's actually the single wing offense from back in the 40s, 50s, and 60s. It's a great offense. The wing T originated from that. It's an unbalanced line. I think they surprised him with the unbalanced line. And the great running back and that's a tremendous effort.
They'll do it again. Same play. Murphy, right side. Big hole inside the 15, down to the 13-yard line.
Yeah.
Bien in there to make the stop defensively.
Yeah, they're trying to make a statement themselves.
Let's head back downstairs to Mike McGivern.
Yeah, Mark Hugic is the offensive coordinator, and he led our 1979 and 1980 football teams to consecutive undefeated state championships. But he's really got his hands full tonight trying to figure out how to dent that Bradford defense without Tony O'Gully.
Marcus Ledford able to stop Quanzell Murphy short of the end zone. Another 9-yard gash for Murphy.
It's like they're just going to run him until they run out of room and put 7 on the board.
In that single wing look.
Right, they bring the tight end over.
This time they'll get it to Swisher. Zach Swisher up the middle. Touchdown, Bradford.
Wow, that didn't take long.
Did not take long at all. 65 yards, and they just marched it right down the throat of the Trojans here on this opening drive.
Right. Tremper used 6 minutes. They used 2.5 minutes.
So Bradford an extra point away from opening up a 4-point lead. Eric Witkowski on the kick. Zach Swisher will hold. Jake Costabile, the long snapper. And Witkowski is on the way, and it is good. 7-3 Bradford. That took just over 2 minutes, just under 2 minutes, I should say. 5 plays, 65 yards. Murphy, 50 yards of that on his own.
Yeah, that was a impressive start. Their offensive line just dominated the line of scrimmage, and the plays that they're running are basically student body right, which means they got 10 guys blocking for 1, and Quanzell Murphy is a powerhouse himself, so that's certainly going to be a problem they're going to have to fix while their offense has the ball. Hopefully their offense can take the ball now and keep it a little bit so the defense can work on what they're going to do to stop that.
Back to Mike McGivern on the sideline.
Hey guys, we're listening to the Kenosha Bradford coaches, and they're really, really happy with the stand and giving up a field goal instead of a touchdown. It's very calm and just making a couple of minor adjustments for this trip out on the field.
7-3. Bradford coming back to regain the lead. We're late here in the first quarter. Witkowski to kick this one off. Peavy, Anderson, and Buchanan. The triangle deep here inside the 20. And a kick away, and Buchanan will take at his own 12. Up the sideline across the 25 and just short of the 30-yard line before he is driven back there. So that's where Tremper will start this drive. Inside their own 30-yard line, just short of the 30-yard line with 3.5 minutes to go in the contest. Jerry Nash in on the stop on that special teams. We want to remind you that Thursday Night Lights is available streaming live online. Log on to my24milwaukee.com, click on the TNL link. You can also find our complete game schedule, watch archive videos of our games, and even post your own photos. That's my24milwaukee.com.
Now it's important here that they get off to a good start here. They can't let the defense take over right away and end up with the offense, Bradford's offense, back on the field.
Connor Patty under center. Play action rolling right. Has room. Out across the 30 to the 37. Still on his feet. Makes it to the 40. A gain of 9 before he is driven out of bounds there. Abdul Hinton along with Kayvon Clutis there to make the stop for Bradford.
Well, we have the Tremper coaches next door to us, and I could hear them yelling that they were holding the receiver, and I have to say I agree with them. I thought they did hold the receiver pretty well, and Coach Matrice is talking to that official about that right now.
Neil Bruner, our referee here tonight. I'd have to say one of the best.
Yeah, this is a great crew, as good a crew as there is, but they did have a pretty good hold on him.
2nd and 1. Anderson up the middle, first down out to the 45-yard line. 6-yard pickup for Anderson going right up the middle that time. And once again, it was Max Segopian, the strong safety, making the stop.
Yeah, that's a simple straight-ahead dive play to the back, and you can see right here, right from behind the quarterback. Nice hole. Runs out of the tackle of Murphy, and nice yard gain for a first down. This is just what they needed to do.
From their own 45, 1st and 10 Trojans. Offset eye, Boobin the fullback, Anderson the tailback on the toss. Line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Maybe able to squeak out a yard that time, and again, that good lateral pursuit by that defense. Clunis in on the stop.
I think they're going to have their best luck going straight. Usually when you play a team that has a real fast defense, the best thing to do is go straight at it and nullify the speed and hope that you have the power to take care of the blocking that you need at that point.
Well, he's the new voice of reason, and you might not like what he has to say. Watch the Jeremy Kyle Show weekdays at 9 and 1 starting Monday on My24. Big second down here for the Trojans, 2nd and long from their own 47. Single back, double tight end. Play action for Patty. Looking to throw near side. Peavy's there. Makes the catch. Out of bounds, short of the 25-yard line. Oh, beautiful over-the-shoulder catch by the split end Jazz Peavy. Sean Payne, the corner, not much he could do.
Well, so we can look at it here. A nice throw by Connor Patty. He was really well covered, and official said he was in bounds. It's hard for us to tell. We didn't have a good picture of it, but we'll take his word for it. That was, the coverage was excellent. The throw was excellent. The catch was even better, and we got nice field position for Tremper.
27 yards on the pass play. And add another penalty, roughing the passer on top of it. We'll tack 15 more on against the Red Devils, and we'll set up the Tremper Trojans at the 13-yard line.
Yeah, they got, they were inside the 30. They got the inside the 30. You get half the distance to the goal, so they got 13 out of that 15 yards. That's huge.
Neil Bruner, our referee tonight, puts the ball back in play. Approaching 2 minutes left in an action-packed first quarter here at Amici Field in Kenosha. Tremper trailing by 4, got on the board with that 25-yard field goal, trying to answer the Red Devil touchdown. Toss. Buchanan stacked up in the backfield, and I mean he was met by a wall of white that time. Luke Mayer leading the charge there defensively for the Red Devils.
Well, this is Buchanan's first chance carrying the ball on offense. But the problem with that play, I think, is it's a little bit slow developing, and this defense is too fast for that. You need to hit them quick while they're still being blocked, because once they get off the blocks, they recover very well.
That's a Boucher big hit collision. If you've been in a collision, you can count on Boucher Automotive with body shops all over southeast Wisconsin to fix whatever is dented or broken. The big hit collision.
I think second down is a good time for a play-action pass down and this close to the goal line.
Peavy in a slot here near side. Buchanan lined up wide to the right side, and Patty will keep it on the option. Runs it inside the 10 down to the 9-yard line before he is swarmed and buried there. Clunas once again on the stop for the Red Devils.
Well, the first time they ran that play, they had very good success. This time, Bradford accounted for the quarterback a little bit better than the first time they ran it, and the result wasn't quite as good. Now they're on third. They got third and about 6.
Like a couple of heavyweight fighters here in the early rounds, just going toe-to-toe. Tremper trying to answer the touchdown by Bradford.
Exactly.
And they're knocking on the door here. But they have to convert. 3rd and 6 from the Red Devil 9. Patty from shotgun. Wants to run option to the 5. Cuts it back to the goal line. Touchdown, Trojans.
That's the same play they just ran. They ran it to the right this time, and they got a better result.
Beautiful work on the ground by Connor Patty. We've talked about game management skills, running the quarterback option beautifully here.
There he is right here coming right at you. Turns up, good blocking, momentum carries him into the end zone.
It was Buchanan, I believe, out there that got the seal for him to get to the goal line.
I think you're right.
Birch on to attempt the extra point. Jerry Nash, last man to get a hold of him as Birch's kick is on the way, and it is good. 10-7, Tremper answering Bradford, an old-fashioned Donnybrook here tonight as we head back downstairs to Mike McGivern.
Hey guys, I'm here with Steve Mann from Mann Communications, the brainchild. This was his brainchild, Thursday Night Lights, all over the country. Here in Milwaukee, Steve, we've been able to retain a lot of the sponsors because they understand the grassroots part of this. Like Boucher Automotive has been wonderful to work with.
Yeah, they were excellent. Last year, they were committed to a $5,000 scholarship to one of the athletes. And instead, because of the commitment that they have for the high schools, how impressed they were with all the high school students, they gave away 5 scholarships that totaled over $10,000. And that was out of their own commitment that they just wanted to give back to the schools here in the Milwaukee area.
You know, locally here in Milwaukee, Steve, it's been going really well. Nationally, it's been going well for you as well.
Very good. I tell you that the love that people have for high school football, we're as far south as Charleston, South Carolina, as far west as Las Vegas, Nevada. So it's really been neat to see the growth of this, and it's a true commitment from the television station, MyTV 24, all of y'all out here tonight to put on a quality production to really showcase these athletes in a very positive light.
It's Steve Mann with Mann Communications. It's a wonderful idea. Thursday Night Lights. Back to you boys up in the booth.
Quanzell Murphy on the return down the sideline and finally ushered out of bounds near his own 35-yard line. Tremper on a 7-play, 70-yard drive for the Trojans. Connor Patty, the 9-yard touchdown run.
Well, we had 3 possessions. We had 3 scores. Used up almost the entire first quarter doing it. 40 seconds to go.
Well, it was the single wing on that first drive and the direct snap to the fullback Murphy that led to a lot of yards. Let's see if Jed Kennedy sticks with that plan.
Back at it.
It'll be Murphy on the carry across the 35. Stops just short of his own 40-yard line. Gain of about 4 on the play for Quanzell Murphy. Again, Jordan Shulsky, I should say, in on the stop for Tremper.
What the single wing offense has, they have Quanzell Murphy and the quarterback right behind the ball, and the center can snap it to either one of them. So they have the ability to start out with a running play or a passing play. Now the quarterback has it.
Counter by Swisher, going to dump it downfield. Man there, incomplete. Good idea there. Everybody thinking run, trying to dump it out. Tony DiBartolo, the split end. The intended receiver, Jazz Peavy, out there in coverage.
Right there, and the quarterback got it. Started right, reversed his field, and he threw back to the receiver a little bit overthrown. He was fairly well covered, but it would have been a good throw to make that completion.
I like the call. You got the safeties creeping up, thinking it's going to be pounded up the middle, and they stayed home that time. The pass just a little bit overthrown.
And that's the theory of the offense. It's look-alike plays, and you try to get the defense out of position by what they see first.
3rd and 5. Swisher will take the snap. And he'll give it to the fullback. He'll get the first down and more out near midfield. Henry Cabrera on the carry to close out our first quarter here in Kenosha. Donnybrook here tonight, Tremper and Bradford. And the Trojans have regained the lead here through 1. Tremper 10, Bradford 7.
Thursday Night Lights presented by Wendy's on My 24. An exciting first 12 minutes. Tremper with a 3-point lead as we head into quarter number 2 with Dick Bashan, Mike McGivern, John Weiser with you from Amici Field in Kenosha. Bradford opening play here this second. We got movement off that left side.
Hey, Bravo jumped a little bit at left guard. Bradford went into their under the center offense now with 2 wingbacks, a fullback, and a quarterback.
1st and 15 for the Red Devils. Second penalty of the night charged to the Bradford team. Swisher will line up under center. Myers and Cabrera along with Warner in the backfield, and it's Swisher the quarterback. Big hole across midfield and finally wrestled down short of the Tremper 45-yard line. As coming in was Andrew Bianen. Bianen, the weak side linebacker that time, able to make the stop.
Yeah, that was a little option. Quarterback kept it. I don't know if he ever intended to pitch it. It didn't look like he did, but it was well blocked and he allowed room to run.
And Meyer lined up in a wing to the left. Warner in motion, and Dewey Warner will take the pitch, has the seam. Warner to the far sideline and out of bounds near the 40-yard line, ushered out by Mitchell Hilliard, the cornerback on the weak side.
Well, that was a quick toss play to the wide side of the field, and it looked like he was going to get outside and get quite a few yards, but he got about 2 or 3, which was enough for the first down.
Third member of our crew tonight, Sports Radio 1250's Mike McGivern. What do you got?
Hey, guys, over on the Bradford sideline, they're struggling with assignments against the option against Tremper. They're trying to shore that up right now. The assignment problems that they're having is a little confusion against that option.
Zach Niles in to stop Quanzel Murphy there for a short gain of 1. That time they had that bottled up nicely. Good penetration, a lot of blue on the other side of the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I was just about to say that's the first time they've really stopped Quanzel Murphy for a very little gain. Now they're back to their single wing alignment again.
And they'll give it to Murphy. He'll hand it off to the wingman. That's Dewey Warner. Warner up the middle across the 35 down to the 34-yard line. Gain of about 5 on the play for Warner. Jared Flash, the strong safety, to make the tackle.
Well, again, Bradford's trying to take advantage of what they've been doing by running the play to the right as if like the sweeps they've been running, and then handing it back on the inside handoff to Warner.
4 carries, 55 yards for Murphy tonight. Our leaderboard brought to you by Wisconsin Lutheran College, Academic Excellence, Christian Leadership. Handoff goes to Cabrera, trying to fight his way forward, got the first down. Greg Warren, the defensive end, here on the near side, able to make the stop for Tremper. Gain of about 6 and a first down for the Red Devils.
Well, right now it appears to me that Bradford's offensive line is really kind of having its way in the middle, and because they've been able to get good yardage up there, and they're not big in the middle. Their center's only Bryce Sloman is only 180 pounds, but he's got 240, 280-pound guards on either side. So I guess they do have pretty good size there now that I look at it again.
Swisher gives it off to Cabrera. Big hole down inside the 15, down to the 14-yard line. Another first down and a gain of 14 for Cabrera. Hilliard with the stop.
And they do have a little bit of a mismatch inside with Tremper. They don't have the size to deal with the 5 interior linemen at Bradford.
And the Trojan 14. Cabrera battles his way inside the 10, bowls his way forward, short of the 5. Gain of about 8 on the play once again. Brian Fuhrer, the free safety, there to make the stop for Tremper.
Yeah, that is just pure brute force football right there.
And we talk about that offensive line. Bullimore, 6'5", 240 at left tackle. Bravo, 6'1", 280 at left guard. Slayman at 5'9", 180, kind of the midget in there, if you will, yes, as Cabrera fights his way near the goal line. No signal, stopped short.
He's the little brat with the 4 big bullies right next to him, you know.
Tyler Shen goes 6'2", 240, and Hunter Corrigan, 6'1", 220. Bianen able to save the touchdown that time for Tremper, but it sets up 1st and goal for Bradford
at the Trojan 1. Swisher will work in under center. He will keep it. Dives forward, second effort, still no signal, driven back there.
Yeah, that was a really good effort by the Tremper line. They had that play stuffed right away and actually lost yardage, I think, on it.
Greg Warren leading the way that time for Tremper as we get another look.
There you see the blue helmets coming through the gaps. That's about the only way you can stop things on the goal line is to fill the gaps and push the pile.
Warren off that second effort by Swisher, able to deny the end zone. And now we got a stoppage of play here. Officials are going to stop play. Maybe an equipment problem, perhaps. Coming out for Tremper. Jordan Shulsky. Second and goal. Cabrera will walk it into the end zone for the touchdown. Beautiful drive here by Bradford. Buchanan, not much he could do there to deny the end zone, and the Red Devils back on top by 3.
Well, at least they made him work a little bit harder for this one than the first one.
Third touchdown of the year for Cabrera. Another good drive here for Bradford to answer the Tremper score. Witkowski for the extra point. Drives it through. 8:09 to go here in this first half, and a 4-point Bradford lead as they again answer Tremper, march it right down the field. 13 plays, 60 yards, with Cabrera going in from just inside the 2.
Right, we're setting a very torrid pace here. Each team's had the ball twice. We've got 3 touchdowns and a field goal. I didn't think that's the way this game was going to start, to be quite honest with you, but you never know. And I did watch both teams practice this week, and they both have good players. They both have speed. Bradford has a little bit more size, I think. Both of them have key players that are hurt now, not only the running backs, but Tremper lost one of their starting linebackers.
We'll go back downstairs to Mike McGivern.
Guys, how you doing? We're here with Tom Sparks, sales manager for Ford on 50, Boucher. That's a great name, Ford on 50s on Highway 50 here in Kenosha. You don't mind, you'll sell cars to Bradford families, Tremper families. You don't discriminate, do you?
Completely neutral. What a great night here for Kenosha. 2 great schools, great teams. We're excited to be here.
You know, a little bit about what's going on at Boucher Ford right now. 0% financing, correct?
Absolutely. On a lot of models, great terms, great financing. It's all there. Ford, great product.
You know, if you're looking for a car here in Kenosha, get over to Ford on 50. Thanks for all your support.
Appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Back to you guys in the booth.
Buchanan with a 19-yard return out near the 30-yard line. Jerry Nash brought him down there, and that's where Tremper will start this drive.
Well, Andrew Buchanan has had all 3 returns, and I think he's returned them all to the 29-yard line.
So the Trojans huddled up around Frank Matrice as we get to look at the drive by Bradford. 13 plays, just over 4.5 minutes with Cabrera. They'll call it a 3-yard touchdown run, his 3rd of the season.
Tremper going to a little different formation. Now they have trips to the wide, trip receiver. That's 3 receivers to the wide side of the field.
Patty fakes the handoff, wants to cut it up the right side. He'll be met at the line of scrimmage. May have gotten a yard. Not to be fooled there for Bradford.
Little
Justin Carbone there to make the stop as we get another look.
A little counter look there, fake to the back, and then the quarterback keeps it, running to the wide side of the field. But Carbone was there. He wasn't fooled.
Again, a reminder, the Thursday Night Lights is available streaming live online. Log on to my24milwaukee.com. Click on the Thursday Night Lights link. You can also find our complete game schedule, watch archive videos of our games, and even post your own photos. That's my24milwaukee.com. 2nd and 9, the ball just across the Trojan 30-yard line. Trips near side as Patty with a rush over the middle, completes to Thompson. Big play out across the 45 and knocked down short of midfield. 19-yard pickup on the pass from Patty. Carvel Graham able to make the stop for Bradford.
Yeah, Mike Anderson is their 2nd leading rushing last year. He's got I think 1 catch this year, and now he can add that one to his list of accomplishments. That was a well-conceived play. They took the receivers and cleared it out, and he just came underneath the pattern, and they dumped him the ball.
Ziegler with the pressure that time for Bradford, but Patty able to stay cool, complete the pass. This time I formation. Boobin, the fullback. Tito, the tight end, will roll over to the left side. From midfield, 1st and 10. The give to Thompson up the middle, and he's stacked up there. Nothing doing. Again, Bradford very stout up the middle as Anderson on the carry that time, and it was Joe Davalos with the stop. Not much there for Mike Anderson.
Right.
We talked about it, just a second game back, trying to get his game condition back here. He had missed the first couple of games, and I know Frank Matrice was concerned this week trying to get him just enough reps not to tire him, but to get him back up to game speed.
Yeah, he's very capable back.
2nd and 9 from the Red Devil 49-yard line. Patty on the option, turns the corner right side, gets it down to the 47-yard line. Max Hagopian, we've called his name quite a bit here in the first half, there to bring him down.
Well, there's 2 Hagopians, and sometimes they're both on the field, and sometimes it's just Max. I think it was they must be twins. I think they're both seniors. One's 5'11", 175. The other's 5'10", 170. Luke is the bigger, but Max is the one who is the starter.
Another critical 3rd down is get a look at Frank Matrice, the head coach here at Tremper.
This is
99 wins.
Right midfield, if they don't get this, of course, they'd have to punt it.
From shotgun, Patty slots left and right here. Wants to throw, going deep, far side, looking for Buchanan, incomplete, overthrown. On the coverage back there was Sean Payne, who comes up a bit gimpy after covering Buchanan on the fly route down the sideline. Sure if he turned an ankle or maybe pulled a muscle there, but he came up lame following that coverage play, and he limps back to the far sideline. So our first punt of the ball game, believe it or not. So it's Rob Solani for Tremper. It's a low snap. Solani gets off a wobbling kick and able to flag it down is Nash. Nash dancing his way down that far sideline. Gets it across the 30, still on his feet to the 34-yard line.
Well, he got that all by himself.
Gain of about 12 on the return for Jerry Nash as we take another look. Talk about making something out of nothing there, huh?
That guy got up 3, 4, 5, 6. The 6th guy finally got him. And one guy had 2 shots at him. That's a really outstanding effort.
A 4-point lead for Bradford here with 5:01 to go in this first half. Red Devils by 4. Thursday Night Lights in Kenosha, sponsored by Wendy's. Our Thursday Night Lights Real Fan Cam presented to you every week by Wendy's. Wendy's, you know when it's real. Our first night, our 5th week in, and that Frosty is not going to melt.
Yeah, not tonight, no.
Guaranteed. 1st and 10 Bradford here, just over 5 minutes to go in this first half. An exciting first half here in Kenosha in front of a standing room only crowd at Amici Field. Swisher in under center. There was movement. Flag on the play. We've got a false start penalty here on Bradford.
Mm-hmm. And I think that certainly helps Tremper a little bit. First and 15 is a lot different than 1st and 10.
It's the 4th penalty of the night here on Bradford. Tremper yet to commit a foul.
Well, Bradford gets off the ball so well, and I think they're anxious on the line of scrimmage.
Interesting stat. Bradford 135 yards on the ground. That is also their total yardage for this half. Murphy or Cabrera on that carry there. That is Cabrera with the carry out across the 30. Chris Hoppy there to make the stop for Tremper.
Well, that's the best they've done on 1st down, I think, tonight, as far as Tremper's defense is concerned. Now we'll see if maybe Bradford can complete a pass. It's not their forte. They're about 5-1 run to pass in their yardage normally during a game.
Direct snap to Murphy. Murphy trying to get the edge here near side and does. Cuts it back up the field.
taking a tackler with him across the 45 out to the 46-yard line. A 14-yard run by Quanzel Murphy. Andrew Buchanan with the tackle.
Bradford is really doing a good job of getting that play turned in. They're getting outside position on the contain of the defense, and he's getting up the field, and that was a little too easy.
Spotted just shy of the Red Devil 47-yard line. Bradford 4-0. Jed Kennedy, a fifth-year coach, 44-9. His career mark at Bradford. Took his team to the semis the last couple of seasons. 1st and 10. Swisher looking to pass. Has the man Dewey Warner bobbled and dropped it incomplete. Dewey Warner, the intended receiver, hit him right where you're not supposed to, right in the hands, right, Coach?
Yeah, it was a little behind him. He had to make a what we call a hip turn in order to make the catch, and he couldn't quite pull it in. But it was definitely a catchable ball.
2nd and 10 upcoming. Dewey Warner, the senior, called upon in that backfield. 312 yards rushing coming in with 2 touchdowns. And Murphy gets the direct snap, and we've got penalty markers down. Once again, a false start penalty here on Bradford. That's their 3rd false start penalty, their 5th infraction of the night.
Right. That'll take it back to 2nd and 15.
Well, while they stepped that penalty off, chance to remind you that CW18 is TV to talk about. Right now, everyone is talking about Excused, the hot new dating show with a hilarious twist. Rejection has never been funnier, so laugh along with Excused at 4 and 4:30, 5 days a week on Milwaukee's CW18. 2nd and 15 once again for Bradford. Clock stopped, just over 3:50 to go here in this first half, and a 4-point Bradford lead. Swisher wants to throw, wants to set up the screen. Far side, completes the pass out to the far side, and on the run, taking it all the way down the far sideline and out of bounds at the Tremper territory is John Myers, his 4th reception of the year.
Yeah, that was a little swing pass out there. And they had a tackler out there, but he could not make the open field tackle. And that takes it down to the 41 for a first down.
First bank, first down. Swisher kept it, and he's going to be wrapped up at the 46-yard line. A loss of 4 on the play. Brian Page, the defensive end, came crashing in for the Trojans for the sack.
Well, that was a nice play. And Tremper's had him in 1st and 2nd and long here, and they've been able to get out of it in one play both times. So we'll see what happens here. We're getting close to 4-down territory.
Now the mark forward progress stopped at the 42-yard line, so a loss of 1, 2nd and 11 for Bradford. Swisher, he dives his way forward, and he's bottled up immediately. Able to get back to the original line of scrimmage, maybe another yard, gain of 2. So we get a tight look here. It's Cabrera actually on the carry.
That's just a straight dive play, setting up an option. But Tremper has come up with a little bit of an answer here to that offensive line on the inside, and has been able to stuff some of the interior plays.
Be sure to listen to the Wendy's Varsity Blitz Scoreboard Show Friday nights at 7 on Sports Radio 1250 WSSP. Get updates and scores from all the area high school football games. Key 3rd down here. The Trojan fans on this near sideline on their feet. And now we got a stoppage of play. The officials are stopping play.
What Tremper has done, they've brought Brad Poppy in, number 64, and added a little bit more beef in the middle there.
Yeah, Cabrera's going to have to come out. I'm not sure if he's got a little blood on the calf there. They're going to get that looked at, so Quanzel Murphy will check in for him. That was our stoppage of play. 3rd down and 9. Ball at the Trojan 40-yard line. Warner in motion. Swisher to pass. Goes over the middle looking for Meyer. Diving catch. Myers with the catch inside the 30. They'll mark him down at the 27. A 13-yard pickup and a Red Devil first down.
Well, Meyer's been their leading receiver. He had 3 catches. They haven't thrown many passes, but he had 3 catches coming into the game. He has 2 really nice catches here in the last 3 plays. And somehow they wiggled out of that and got a long yardage situation, and now they have first down at the 27-yard line.
from the Trojan 27. Toss will come here on the reverse, coming around that right side. On the reverse, down the far sideline, it is Danny Lira. Lira gets to the pylon. It'll be short inside the 5. Danny Lira, the wide receiver, 5'10", 165, a junior. The pitch to Werner, and then the handoff on the end around.
Right there, you can see the handoff. They're taking advantage of the Tremper pursuit of the original play, and a lot of room down that sideline. Almost looked like a punt return.
22-yard pickup, 1st and goal from the 5. Swisher will hand it off. Cabrera into the end zone. Touchdown, Bradford. They made it look easy on that touchdown run.
You got to give them credit. They got out of trouble 3 times in that drive where they had 2nd and long or 1st and long, and they make use of the field. They do take advantage of their speed and make use of position on the field. So give them credit. I think Tremper can build a little bit on it. They did have some answers to some of the running plays. They just got caught on the reverse there and a couple well-thrown passes.
2nd touchdown of the night for Cabrera, 4th on the year, and Eric Witkowski to attempt the extra point. Costabile on the snap, Swisher on the hold. It is on the way, and it is good. 1:36 to go here in this first half. 21-10, Bradford on top. An impressive drive. A lot of points here in this first half. Dick, you and I were talking before the game. We didn't think it would be this back and forth here tonight.
I didn't either. I thought it would be a little bit more of a defensive struggle, but again, the athletic ability of both these teams has really come to the top here. I think it's probably important now for Tremper to have some kind of an answer here, whether it's even if it's 3 points, that would be good, but a touchdown would certainly keep it close. They've got only a minute 36 to do that, so they do throw the ball pretty well. I think they're capable of doing something here.
Cabrera's touchdown run capping off a 9-play, 66-yard drive. Well, plenty of time here for Tremper. A little over 96 seconds to go, 3 timeouts. Clock stops on a made first down, so plenty of time here to answer and cut into this deficit.
They have a quarterback who's been in this situation before, which is important. They do have quality receivers, but and Bradford also is very capable in the secondary. So it'll be interesting to see if they can get something done here.
Gannon and Peavy on the wings. Anderson deep, and it's going to be a short kick, and it goes through the hands of the short man, and finally jumped on it for Tremper. It looked like Connor Grachin there to cover that one up as it went through the hands of Logan Peltier, one of the short men, as you see there.
Right.
Tremper able to get back and fall on it at the 35-yard line. So good field position here. Minute 33 to go. You have all 3 of your timeouts.
I don't know if that kick was by design or by accident, but it was effective from the standpoint they didn't handle it well, but they do have pretty good field position, 35-yard line.
They'll line Peavy up in a slot here to the near side.
Yeah, they're in their spread formation.
Brandon Schubel, the flanker, out to the near side as well. They'll go with 3 receivers. Single back is Anderson with Patty working from shotgun. Connor Patty looking to throw, being chased down from behind. Heaves it downfield into traffic. It's broken up incomplete. Looking for Peavy. On the breakup was Graham and Nash. It was actually Nash getting his fingers on that football.
Yeah, Nash had his eyes on that ball all the way. He was thinking pick it off.
Good close on that by Nash that time.
Yeah. You can see that it was good coverage and it was a decent throw. But you got a free safety who really knows how to patrol the spaces back there, and he was all over it.
He's hunting for his 4th pick this year. 2nd and 10 from their own 35. Anderson again, the lone back.
It appears that they're playing a man-to-man with a free safety, so he's just watching the quarterback's eyes and trying to play the ball. Now we got him. Oh,
Schubel wide open at midfield and dropped the football. Boy, that was a good play all the way around as Anderson picked up the blitzing linebacker. That allowed Patty some space to throw.
Yeah, that's a case of taking your eye off the ball and thinking of what you're going to do after you catch it.
He knew he was wide open. He was going to take 2 steps down the field before he gathered it in.
I don't think he'll do that again. He's a very capable receiver.
So now 3rd and 10. Clock stops, minute 20. And again, Anderson the lone back. Schubel lined up in a slot here to the right side. Connor Patty will work from shotgun. Gonna throw far side, looking for Peavy, overshoots the target, incomplete, thrown into triple coverage that time. Nothing doing here, and Tremper going to give up the football. Luke Hagopian out, circling that football, tracking down Peavy that time.
Well, there was a little window to get it in there, but it's a tough throw, especially with Jerry Nash back there eyeballing everything, and they'll have to give it up now. What they want to make sure is they don't give up any more points before halftime. That'll be the biggest challenge here.
A deep directional kick, the call here for Solani. He gets a good snap. He gets this one away. Nash at his 36, met immediately and dropped there. Peavy down on special teams, able to get there at the 39-yard line. Just a 2-yard return. Good coverage on the play by Jazz Peavy.
Yeah, that was an excellent coverage, and they needed that because Jerry Nash knows what to do with the ball on a kick on a punt return.
Another Boucher big hit there. If you've been in a collision, you can count on Boucher Automotive with body shops all over southeast Wisconsin to fix whatever is dented or broken on your car. The Boucher big hit collision.
I think we're going to see if Bradford has a pass offense here.
Well, they're going to run that fake reverse this time as Dewey Warner takes it around the left side, the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Tremper not fooled. They stayed home, particularly that end on that right side.
Bradford's going to go with a little hurry up here, it looks like. Running people off.
Marcus Ledford, linebacker on that side, able to step up, fill the gap, make the play. Gain of 2, 2nd and 8. And they'll give it to Cabrera. Cabrera rolls forward out to about the 45-yard line, and Bradford will take the first of their 3 timeouts. Chris Hoppy, his 3rd tackle of the ball game for the Trojans.
Well, Cabrera is not really big as fullbacks go. He's 5'10", 200 pounds, it says. But he really gets off the ball well, and he keeps his pads low. He's like a battering ram. And that last play there, I think they were hoping maybe he could crack it and surprise him. Get a long run, but he was tripped up.
Doubled his touchdown output for the season. Came in with 2, has 2 here tonight. Right. They've got quite a backfield here. You got guys we haven't seen yet. Daquan Blanks. Right. We've seen Murphy tonight. You've got Warner, who's carried the ball here tonight. Phil Lynch, another sub at running back. So a good stable here. As we talked about in the opening, Melvin Gordon, over 2,000 yards, 38 touchdowns a year ago, now plying his trade for the Badgers. Gino DiBartolo, responsible for nearly 2,000 total yards last year. He's the freshman quarterback at Army. And that's quite a big gap to fill. You got to try and find 4,000 yards and 52 touchdowns from a year ago.
Well, Jed Kennedy is definitely a running style coach. They're probably not going to beat you passing, going up and down the field passing, but they are definitely going to run it at you.
Cabrera tried to step out of a tackle, did not get much there, maybe a yard. As again, the Trojan defense able to step up. And the second timeout taken by Bradford here. Mike Morelli, a big hit there for the Trojans.
Right, they needed that. Again, what Tremper has shown me is they have responded now to that running game to the point where they're not getting gashed as bad as they were in the first 14 minutes of the game here. But somehow Bradford's been finding these plays to the edge that have been getting them the first downs. We'll see if they've got another one here we haven't seen yet.
Trojans have to be ready here. They've pounded that football up the middle, up the middle, up the middle. Right. That's one of those times now where Kennedy's going to call for one of those pass plays, as you said, out to the edge. Those safeties have to be ready here.
Well, I was watching practice Tuesday at Bradford, and they do have some clever passes out of that single wing that they have not shown tonight. And I'm not going to say any more than that because if they don't use them, they don't want anybody else to know. But they were very effective in practice, let's put it that way.
Well, it's 4th down, 4th and 2 from their own 48. They will go for it. Swisher under center. They'll toss it back to Myers. Myers trying to get the edge. 1st down and more. He'll angle out, far sideline short of the Trojan 45. It'll be a gain of 7 and a 1st down. They convert on 4th down. Buchanan with the usher job out of bounds.
Well, John Myers is a really good-looking back. To me, he's got excellent speed. He runs very well, and obviously a good receiver. He's got 2 or 3 catches tonight. And he's the guy that they're kind of springing to the edge to get those first downs.
25 seconds to go here in the half. Clock stop from the Trojan 47. Bradford going to throw. Swisher going to the sideline, trying to lead his man. It is incomplete. Looking for Tony DiBartolo. Yeah. It was Hilliard on the coverage for Tremper.
Yeah, that was pretty well covered and that play didn't have much chance because it was such good coverage.
I figured at some point we were going to see that, trying to catch that secondary peeking inside. And again, Hilliard with a nice defensive coverage there. Stops the clock, 21 seconds to play.
Bradford's more effective passing when they can go play action and use the effect of their running plays.
Myers in motion again. They'll run the counter play to Hilliard. Nothing doing. Trojans are right there. Brian Page, the senior, in the backfield to jump that play, take Dewey down for a 4-yard loss.
Yeah, that was very well done defensively. They are getting good penetration now that they weren't getting in the first quarter.
So we get another look at this one.
Blowing these plays up before they ever get going.
Nice job there, as that'll run out the clock here in this first half. An exciting first half here in front of a standing room only crowd. 21-10, Bradford on top. You wouldn't know it looking at that shot, as Jed Kennedy, letting his offensive line know it, was not happy with that series. But Red Devils lead 21-10. We'll step out, take a break. Our halftime programming coming up. First half in the books in Kenosha. It's the Red Devils 21, Tremper 10. Bradford up by 11 here at the half at Amici Field in Kenosha with Mike McGivern and Dick Basham. John Weiser back with you at Amici Field. An exciting first half, plenty of scoring. Should be an exciting second half upcoming. Right now, we'd like to highlight a very special student athlete. The Boucher Automotive Group proud to bring you tonight's presentation of our Scholar Athlete of the Week. Tom Sparks, sales manager at Boucher Ford on 50 in Kenosha, presented our Scholar Athlete of the Week award to Vontae Jackson from Bradford High School. Vontae has a 3.9 GPA, is ranked 23rd in his class, and participates in football and track. Vontae was selected first team all-conference in football and track, a state qualifier in track, and is ranked as the #1 fullback in the state for the class of 2012. He is also active in the community coaching youth football. And Tom also presented our Scholar Athlete Award to Andrew Bianon from Tremper High School. Andrew has a 3.511 GPA and participates in football and track. He is an honor roll student and a member of the Renaissance program. Andrew holds the school record for the 60-yard and 300-meter hurdles and has been voted as captain in both track and football. He is active in his church and enjoys musical theater. Tonight's Scholar Athletes will be in the running to receive a $5,000 scholarship courtesy of the Boucher Automotive Group. One of our weekly Scholar Athletes will be chosen to receive that award at the end of the season. Nearly a full moon here tonight. That leads to the scoring. 21-10 here at the half in favor of Bradford. Down to the sideline we go, and Mike McGivern.
Hey guys, here with Antonio Freeman. I don't need to give you his background. Come on now. A lot of people asking Packer questions. I want to go high school. I'm more interested in his high school career. From Baltimore, Maryland, all-state basketball player, junior and senior year. Did not start on the football team as a junior. Came a long way from that time, man.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. I just remember a good friend of mine, he was our star running back, and he kept encouraging me to come out for the football team. But I was still playing what they call Pop Warner League up until I was 15. And I went out for the varsity football team as a junior, made the team, and I was not a starter. That's right, kids listening at home. I was not a starter right away until my senior year. The coach told me I had to get bigger and stronger before I could get on the field. And all summer long after my junior year, I worked real hard to get bigger and stronger. And my senior year, I got an opportunity to play, and I broke records in the state of Maryland. And, you know, the rest was history from there, but it did not start easy at all.
Hey, before we get on to what you're doing in Kenosha, you made that catch on Monday night, right?
He did what? That's what Al Michaels said. I definitely made the catch. I always jokingly tell people that we practice that play every Monday, but it's just one of those plays where I know my high school coach was sitting back smiling, because it's one of those plays where he always enforced, don't stop until you hear the whistle. The play is never over until you hear the whistle. And that was a true incident where the whistle didn't blow, I didn't quit, and I got the touchdown.
Yeah, that was great. Tell us a little bit about what you're doing here in Kenosha. Go Pink. It's a big cause for you to be a part of, and you truly enjoy being a part of this.
Without a doubt. I do a lot of work with my nonprofit in Baltimore, but I like to come to Kenosha and do a lot of joint ventures with Go Pink. It's an opportunity where the Go Pink organization, I mean, they really reach back into the community and help breast cancer survivors, women going through the ordeal of being diagnosed with breast cancer and losing your jobs and things of that nature. So it's an organization that raises money and gives money directly to breast cancer survivors in the community. So the fact that they can give money in the community is a big bonus and a big plus to me, and I knew I wanted to be a part of such a difference-making type of organization, to be able to raise funds and then hand it over to a woman fighting for her life, fighting for her family, and just fighting for her happiness is what it's all about.
You know, I had a lot of respect for him as a player. I got a ton of respect for him now as a man. Antonio, thank you so much. We're going to get to a break. Other side of the break, back up to the booth with Dick Basham, John Weiser.
Are we on?
21-10, Red Devils on top of the Trojans. The Kenosha version of the Civil War tonight from beautiful Amici Field on Kenosha's south side. Autumnal weather tonight. Boy, I'll tell you what, cool and crisp. But the play has been hot and heavy here tonight as we get a look at the numbers from that first half, and those will bear out. It's been an up-and-down battle here tonight between these two teams.
Well, I would imagine when we see the numbers, it's going to be a big number in the run column for Bradford and a little more balance maybe for Tremper.
So we get a look at the numbers here tonight, and Bradford, as you mentioned, Coach,
right.
190, almost 200 yards on the ground, and that accounting for about 90% of their yardage. Meanwhile, a more balanced attack here for Tremper.
Yeah, they're 89 and 49 for 138. No, the 2 zeros there in the bottom, the no turnovers is very impressive. This has been a hard-hitting game. Both have skilled athletes. That there hasn't been any interceptions or turnovers, fumbles or anything like that.
If anything, Bradford, with the penalties tonight, they've had to overcome 2nd and 15 four different times tonight, and they still were able to convert 3 of those for touchdowns.
Yeah, the biggest number that's not on there would be the penalty yardage.
And Zach Swisher with the first touchdown as he punched that one in up the middle, and then it was Anderson going to work here.
Right.
He had a very good first half straightaway run, replacing Antonio Gully, who was injured. Bradford came right back after the Tremper score, the field goal.
It's a throw to Johnny Meyer, I think. That was a really nice catch. It was a low outside throw.
Connor Patty's been efficient, too.
Up. Right. He's had 3 good runs on that particular play there. Here's the reverse.
It was really the big play, I think, of the half there, the reverse to Lira.
Right.
For
it was
Bradford.
a nice run. And he taken advantage of Tremper's pursuit, which is the way football is played. You show them something and give them something else.
Connor Patty with quick feet here, doing a nice job protecting that football and running the football here tonight on that quarterback option. And then the beautiful pass here and the nice catch by Peavy here on the near sideline.
Yeah, that was a huge play there.
Tremper trailing here at home in the Southeast Conference game as we take a look at the leaderboard here for tonight.
I think you can see that this is a real tough conference. Murphy's got 72 yards rushing. Hagopian's got 5 tackles. Patty's got 94 yards total for running and passing. Has a TD, and then Bienin has 5 tackles for Tremper.
Our halftime leaderboard brought to you by Wisconsin Lutheran College, Academic Excellence, Christian Leadership. Red Devils 21, Kenosha Tremper 10. Third quarter play set to come your way following this break. This is Thursday Night Lights from Amici Field in Kenosha, presented by Wendy's on My 24.
Hey guys, on the field, Jim Galkey, district manager for Wendy's. As always, thank you so much for all that you do for Thursday Night Lights.
Time we can kids and help the high schools, it's what we're all about.
Hey, Wendy here goes to Indian Trails. She's a smart Wendy, I'm telling you that. Hey, so tell us a little bit about Indian Trails.
There's a lot of freshmen, and it's a lot bigger, and I don't like that.
It's a lot of freshmen. Wendy said, hey, I got to tell you, Wendy's does a great job in grassroots marketing. Andre's here making sure that Jim does a good job. Jim, thank you so much again. Anything special going on at Wendy's?
Absolutely. Starting Monday, we're going to bring back the old Dave Deluxe. We got a toasted bun, real mayonnaise, crinkle cut pickles, lettuce, tomato, and a hot and juicy burger. We can't wait.
Man, you can't wait. On Monday, get into Wendy's and try that. I'm getting cold just standing next to this guy. We're going to get to a break, other side of the break, back up to the booth with Dick Basham, John Weiser.
Part of the plaza here at Amici Stadium, the plaque honoring Alan Amici, a great Kenosha high school football player in the late 40s and early 50s, went on to play his college ball at Wisconsin, played professionally for the Baltimore Colts, and had that touchdown in what is known as the greatest game in NFL history when they beat the Giants and the Colts won the National Football League title.
I remember that game like it was yesterday, and it was one of the greatest games of all time. And I can see Alan Horse Amici going into the end zone. He would be proud of the play here tonight. This is his kind of a game where a slobber knocker where you just run the ball in there and make things happen.
Beautiful book written about that called The Greatest Game Ever Played, and really was the birth of what is the modern day NFL.
I believe so. Yeah, it was a televised game, and I think it was played in Yankee Stadium, if I'm not mistaken, it's burned into my mind. But I'm an old football coach, and so I certainly remember something like that. Be interesting here the second half now. Bradford gets the ball back, I believe, right away. Tremper really needs to probably stop them and get it back and get a score on the board here if they can. Just to remind Bradford that they're not going away.
We want to take this opportunity to thank the great folks at Milwaukee High Lift for bringing these great pictures to you tonight. They've provided the scissor lift for our camera tonight. So for any aerial platform need, rental, sales, or service, call the great folks at Milwaukee High Lift or visit them online at MilwaukeeHighLift.com. Frank Matrice and the Tremper Trojans trailing here as we get set for the second quarter. I'd be amiss if I do not say hello to his beautiful mother, Sandra, watching back home tonight. I am sure she's got this game on. And Frank, one win short of 100 in his coaching career.
Well, that's a huge milestone, I can tell you that. And he's done a great job here. And then Judd Kennedy is also off to a very good start at Bradford. Kenosha's lucky to have two quality coaches at their high schools. I'm not sure who the head coach will be over at the new school, Indian Trails, but he's certainly going to have some big shoes to fill and follow.
Hey, did you enjoy our pregame meal tonight? We want to thank Charcoal Grill and Rotisserie right here in Kenosha. They set us and the whole crew up with the eats tonight, that barbecued pulled pork sandwich. You can visit them on Kenosha on 75th Street in the Prairie Plaza or one of their other 7 area locations, and they're also online, charcoalgrill.com.
Yeah, I'll second that. That was a great sandwich. Enough for about 2 meals in one sandwich.
I've made barbecue pork, but I don't make it like that.
Yeah, right.
No way. I know that's
exactly
that was the line from Paul, our director tonight. He talked very heavily about that. Now, Bradford, I believe, will get the football here to start this second half. Special team unit, their coach Lemoyne Hawley talking things over with the special team unit. I've known Lemoyne going all the way back to the Kenosha Twins days, the minor league team that was here. Lemoyne worked the trainer job. Lemoyne's also coached at St. Joseph High School.
Right.
He's a special teams coordinator here for Frank Matrice and the Tremper Trojans.
He's a high-energy guy.
Oh, yes.
Big time. It's all positive, enthusiastic, and the kids really respond to his prodding.
Jacob Birch set to start our second half. It'll be a short end-over-end kick taken by one of the up men here on the near side, and that is Draven Lafayette. And he is the 6'1 junior. Andrew Bianon there on the stop across the 40 at the 41. That's where Bradford will get things started here, leading 21-10.
Well, Lafayette almost broke that for a long run, and I'm not quite sure if that was intended to be a pop-up. Certainly gave him good field position, which is not what Tremper really wanted to do, I don't think.
Well, pick your poison there, really. You got Jerry Nash standing back there. He's already got a 61-yard punt return for a touchdown a couple of weeks back against Franklin.
We'll see if Bradford comes out with any new wrinkles here.
Dewey Warner in motion. The give to Cabrera up the middle. Big hole. Cabrera on the run. Will they catch him? Inside the 20. Tripped up at the 5.
Well, what they did there is they ran a little G scheme, what's called a G scheme blocking, which I did not see in the first half. I don't think they've run that scheme before, but they really took advantage of the alignment. You'll see number 70 pull out and kick out, and there goes Cabrera for a long, long run, which is the opposite of what Tremper needed to have happen here.
55 double nickels on that one by Cabrera. First and goal from the 5. Cabrera again. He's not tired. Third touchdown of the night for Cabrera. And just like that, Bradford adds to their lead. 2 plays into our second half.
Well, it took them 2 minutes to get their first touchdown in the first half, and now it only took them 30 seconds here. And that's impressive. You have to give them credit. They certainly got their act together at halftime for what they wanted to do.
That might be the knockout blow right there. I mean, you come in out of halftime and 30 seconds into the third quarter, you put your team up by 3 scores.
Well, I'm not willing to say dagger yet, but it certainly is hurting. They're bleeding, that's for sure.
The ship is listing, as they would say. 28-10 with the extra point, and just like that, Bradford comes out and establishes momentum here in this second half. 55-yard run by Cabrera. His third touchdown coming from a 5 yards out.
This will certainly be a character check, I think, for Tremper if they can come back. Now, they certainly have explosiveness. They can come back and score, but they can't mess around now. They really need to get after it.
So 2 plays, 60 yards. While we have a moment, going to bring in Antonio Freeman here. And Free, welcome to Kenosha. Welcome back to Kenosha, I should say.
Thank you. I had a gentleman ask me if I stayed overnight for a whole week, so it's good. It's good that I'm having a presence in the area.
A Go Pink game, and that's quite a foundation you've set up, and quite a charity you've hitched up to here.
Yeah, I mean, it's just great to raise the funds in the community and distribute them back into the community. I think Go Pink helps breast cancer survivors who are struggling just to be their normal selves.
So Tremper returns it out short of the 40-yard line, and Hagopian there to make the stop. And I'm watching you on the sideline with McGivern, and you're up here tonight. Boy, we could throw a uniform on you, and you could still probably pick him up and lay him down out there.
Well, I might even get booed at the high school level if you put me out there at this juncture in my life. So I think I can look back at the highlight films and smile at that and not try to disgrace myself at my latter stages of life.
Let's see what Tremper can do here. Their first possession of the second half. Connor Patty will work from shotgun. The pitch goes back to Anderson behind him. Sealed off nicely. Good job by the Bradford defense. The pitch a little bit behind. It'll be a loss of 4 on the play. Abdul Hinton be able to get the stop as we're joined by Antonio Freeman here. A Go Pink game here tonight. And, cancer does affect quite a few people, and this is a way to kind of help the women out and after they've been diagnosed and going through the rehabilitation process.
Yeah, being involved with Go Pink really gave me a lot of education on breast cancer and how much of a setback it is to the women, especially the women who are the head of their households and are counted on so much as we rely on our mothers and sisters to be important figures in our lives.
Low snap, Patty able to pick it up. Fires it out there, incomplete, taken out of the arms of the intended receiver, Bianon. It was Max Hagopian there to knock it away. Brings up 3rd and long here for Tremper. I'll tell you, cancer has affected my family very closely. My mother, a breast cancer survivor. Mom, I know you're watching out there tonight, and we know what that's all about and trying to get the life back to, as much to normal as you possibly can.
Without a doubt, and just like most things in life, you don't really acknowledge things and take them for what they are until it happens close to you. Loved ones, a close friend, or someone like that. So we just encourage the community to continue to be involved as Go Pink in collaboration with my foundation Foundation, the Be More Free Foundation, will continue to try to bring different events and things to bring the community together. I think that's the big thing, is to try to have a positive impact in the community.
Big penalty on Bradford. Personal foul moves the football out to the 50-yard line, and a first down for Tremper. Bradford, the penalties tonight really starting to stack up as Anderson with the call into Bradford territory to the Red Devil 47-yard line. Kayvon Clunas there on the stop. You go around the state and around your different communities working on this particular project?
Without a doubt. I attend things that are meaningful to me, and breast cancer, it affects us all in some form or fashion. And I just believe that if we can make a presence in our high school and with our high school kids, we can set them up for a positive future.
2nd and 7. Trojans, their opening drive here this third quarter, trying to answer the quick touchdown by Bradford. Patty going to throw it out in the flat. Ball is dropped again. Buchanan in and out of his arms, incomplete. And boy, that's got to be a frustrating feeling as a receiver when you know you had something there. I'm sure you've been in that shoe a couple of times.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, you feel like you've let your quarterback down, and they've put the ball on the turf a lot today, and you can't make those mistakes in such a big crosstown rivalry. But, wow, as a receiver, that's the worst thing you want to do. You catch that ball 100 times, but that one particular time you drop it, and it's in front of a big crowd, and you just feel like you let your quarterback down, and you want him to have that confidence to come back and throw you the ball again later in the game.
Trips to the left side here on 3rd and long for the Trojans. Anderson, the lone man in the backfield. Patty, 3-step roll to the left, makes the pass complete here to the near side. Able to pick up the pass for the Trojans, and it'll be close to a first down, as it was Victor Agosto, his first catch as we get another look. Nice little swing pass out there.
Just a stop route. You know, he catch the ball, get the first down. And the great thing he did right there was he got the first down. A lot of kids catch that short pass and they dance around and don't get the first down. He went at full throttle up the field and was able to get the first down.
First down for Tremper at the 38-yard line. Antonio Freeman, former Packer receiver, joining us here on the broadcast tonight. Offset eye here. Connor Patty in under center. And Anderson, counter over the right side, gets inside the 35, down to the 34-yard line. Gain of about 4 for Anderson. Max Agopian there, the strong safety, able to make the stop. Well, who was your biggest rival in high school? What was the big rivalry game for Antonio Freeman?
Well, my school was called Poly, and our rival was City. We played them actually every Thanksgiving. We had a Thanksgiving day game, so we played at Baltimore Colts Old Stadium, and we put about 8,000 to 10,000 fans in there each Thanksgiving, so it was kind of our championship every year.
Let's complete the circle. Alan Amici, whom this field is named after, a big hero in Baltimore with that touchdown and win the greatest game ever played, they call it.
Definitely. Baltimore Colts.
2nd and 6. And penalty markers down. The play is whistled dead here as we'll check out the call. This is going to go against the offense, a false start penalty. But are you a Colts fan growing up?
Dallas Cowboys fans growing up. But it's funny how everything goes full circle. I'm now doing the pre- and post-game for television for the Baltimore Ravens. So it's kind of a tribute to come back home to where I had so much success and where it all started and cover the professional team in my area where I grew up.
Big win over Pittsburgh on Sunday, huh?
Totally unexpected. I had Pittsburgh coming out and really putting up a fight, and Baltimore came down as they have to do. Played great defense, and that's the way they're going to have to win a lot of their games this year is on that defensive end.
2nd and 12 following the false start penalty. Long count here. Now Patty's going to change the play. Clock down to 1 on the play clock. Gives it to Anderson. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. A lot of white shirts there. Justin Carbone leading the charge defensively, and a late penalty down as they unpile here. Get another look.
Just not a lot of real estate there. Once he got the ball, he's had to try to make something out of nothing right there.
Unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against Bradford. My goodness, that's 9 penalties tonight against the Red Devils, and another big 15-yarder will march it off, pick up the first down via the penalty down near the 25-yard line.
Definitely. Second big penalty this drive. I mean, penalties will destroy you, especially the way Bradford's been playing. It's been playing well all day, and no need for these last 2 key 15-yard penalties on the defense.
Jed Kennedy not happy at all. Going to chew the ear off that linesman on that far sideline before it's all said and done. Second big penalty on this drive moves the football to the Red Devil 25. 1st and 10, Tremper. Approaching the midway point here this third quarter. Tito, the tight end, lines up to the right side. Play action. Connor Patty looking to throw far side. Leaping attempt. It's broken up. Incomplete. Looking for Peavy, but getting the inside route that time was Sean Payne, the corner, the senior 6 foot. And that one read nicely.
Great play action. I mean, you'd like to see the quarterback lead him a little bit more, but great defense by the Bradford corner on that play.
Sets up 2nd and 10 from the 25. So who was your favorite player growing up?
Tony Dorsett. I was a Dallas Cowboys. I liked Butch Johnson, too, because he did the end zone dances. That's the only reason.
Dorsett with that 99.5-yard run on Monday Night Football years ago. Connor Patty with the keep. Gets it inside the 20, maybe the 19-yard line where he's rolled up there. Going over the right side of that offensive line, maybe pick up a 4. Luke Hagopian there along with Carbone to make the stop for Bradford.
Tremper can still make a game of it. It'll be very crucial for them to get some points this series, preferably a touchdown, and a 2-point conversion will make it a 10-point game.
You have to like the moxie on this Trojan team. They give up the touchdown on 2 plays to start this half, but a couple of bad penalties here on Bradford, personal foul calls, and has kept this drive alive for Tremper. Patty from shotgun. 3rd and 5, the give to Anderson. Anderson's second effort got to the 15 and driven back. It's going to be a matter of forward progress as Justin Carbone threw him back. And let's see where the official spots this ball. They needed to get it inside the 16 for the first down. It looks like it's going to be just short. So a clutch 4th down here for Tremper. Frank Matrice getting the play in here to Connor Patty. Mark Hugic, the offensive coordinator, graduate of Tremper, the quarterback of those great Trojan teams of the late 70s. Went on to play at Northwestern, and Ubin late coming in at the fullback spot, and they're going to have to call a timeout. A lot of confusion here. Timeout taken by Tremper. Just about at the midway point of this third quarter, 28-10. Bradford in front. And Free, what else you got going on now that you're in retirement?
I'm keeping the mentality of being a football player. I'm just keeping my legs moving. I'm trying to do as much as I can in retirement. And I think pretty much the pre- and post-game show of Comcast Sportsnet covering the Ravens is my main big thing. I did just have a panel conversation with the Player Safety Committee panel, which I'm a part of. It's run by Ronnie Lawton and John Madden. So I'm involved in a group that wants to make the efforts in the game a little safer. So I was a part of that group that implemented the 5-yard advance on the kickoff that everybody complained and moaned about. But here in the first week of football, it's refreshing to see some returns for kickoffs go for a touchdown.
Our third man in the group here tonight, Mike McGivern. What do you have for us?
Hey, guys, down on the field, Damian Nelson, Pro Wrestling Report coming to My 24. Thanks for joining us. Tell us a little bit about the Pro Wrestling Report.
Well, it's your one-stop source for all the latest news from professional wrestling, including a lot of opinion as well with WWE, TNA, and, of course, Ring of Honor Wrestling, which also starts September 24th on My 24.
Yeah, you know what? That's going to be a great show. Make sure you catch it. Back to you guys at the booth.
Sure.
Thank you, Mike and Damian. Big 4th down here, 4th and inches. Tito, the tight end, rolls to the right side. Patty will give to Anderson. Anderson threw for the first down inside the 15, down to the 13-yard line. A first down for the Tremper Trojans, converting the 4th down. As again, Ziegler was there, Kyle Ziegler, extra linebacker in there for Bradford as we get another look.
Just one of those strong runs. I talked about just keeping your legs moving in my post-career, but that was a great job by the running back just to keep his legs moving and plow his way forward for a first down.
Big drive here for Tremper, kept alive by a pair of Bradford penalties, but they're able to convert on 4th down in the red zone here. Buchanan in motion out to the far side. Play action. And play breaks down, and Patty goes down at the line of scrimmage. No gain, maybe a yard. There seemed to be a little bit of confusion with Buchanan, the receiver on that far side.
Yeah, it seems as once he faked the ball to the fullback, he was looking for something to do. It didn't look good from the beginning. The wide receivers seemed to be lining up in the backfield, and that play didn't go well from the start.
Once again, Mike McGivern on the Tremper sideline.
Hey, guys, we're listening to the coaching staff at Bradford. There's a little bit of trouble going on with the referees right now. It's getting pretty heated on that side of the field. Not too happy with a couple of calls on this drive.
And we saw Jed Kennedy voicing his displeasure on that last personal foul on sportsmanlike conduct call. 2nd and 10. Play action, they'll run the reverse. Coming around, Peavy near side, has some room. Peavy to the 10, breaks it outside, dances at the 5 and out of bounds there. Finally brought out, Jerry Nash takes him out of bounds, but Peavy on the reverse that time here to the near side. Able to get it inside the 10-yard line, setting up a 3rd and short. And the eyes tell the story there. Jed Kennedy not at all happy with what's going on out there with his Bradford defense.
It was good to see that this time when the quarterback faked to the fullback that there was someone that he could give the ball to as he made the crucial mistake the previous play. I think the wide receiver put himself in proper position this time.
Offset eye, moving the fullback, Anderson the tailback. He gets the call. Broken up in the backfield and struggles back to the line of scrimmage. And is finally able to bring him down. Was Max Hagopian along with Clunas there to make the stop. No gain on the play, sets up another 4th down for Tremper. They were able to convert on 4th and short here. Now, what would you do here?
Oh, man, it's not too much play action will work because you have 5 yards at least to go. I would go sticks. I would give those guys like they did when they had the ball in the midfield, try to get it out to one of those receivers on a quick 3-4 yard route and let them do the rest. It's time for our receivers to make their money tonight.
Buchanan split out to the far side. Bradford wants a timeout. Stopping play with 4:17 to go here in the 3rd quarter. We're going to step out and take a break. Antonio Freeman, a great pleasure to meet you, and thanks for joining us on the broadcast here tonight in the Go Pink Foundation.
Thanks for having me.
You bet. Antonio Freeman, part of our broadcast here tonight. 28-10 in favor of Bradford right here on My 24. Another big 4th down here for Tremper following the Bradford timeout. Their 15th play of this drive. They'll spread them out. 3 receivers here to the left. Anderson now shifts to the right.
This could be the turning point right here in the game, actually.
The play of the game right here, 4th and 5 inside the Bradford 10. Here they come. Patty going to deliver. Catch is made. 1st down, just short of the goal line.
Well, that's a great call. They're playing man-to-man defense, so they ran everybody off and then brought Anderson underneath. The play they ran earlier in the game, and it was very successful then.
Good open field tackle
Jerry
by
Nash
Nash.
has saved him twice from a touchdown tonight, and just in this drive alone.
But this drive aided by 2 personal foul calls that kept, on 3rd down that kept this drive alive for Bradford or for Tremper, and they were able to convert 2 4th downs.
Well, you have to give the officials credit for calling those. They're not going to let this game get out of control, and if you're going to run your mouth, you're going to pay for it. So
another timeout taken, this time by Tremper. Stops play, 3:52 to go in the quarter. Again, a reminder that Thursday Night Lights is available streaming live online. Log on to my24milwaukee.com. Click on the Thursday Night Lights link. You can also find our complete game schedule, watch archived videos of our games, and even post your own photos. That's my24milwaukee.com. And again, thank you tonight to Antonio Freeman stopping by the broadcast booth. It was quite a pleasure to interview him. I got to tell you, though, that Super Bowl ring, his bling and my bling from Carthage, no comparison.
A few more rocks in his, huh?
Oh, nice gentleman, though.
Yeah, he is.
Freeman.
Certainly not new at this either.
No.
He's been on the air before.
Outstanding with the Baltimore Ravens broadcasts and doing an outstanding job there. And here tonight for the Go Pink game and raising money for breast cancer awareness and helping those survivors of that deadly disease. And as I said, it hit my family hard some time ago. And Mom, a breast cancer survivor. Mary, I know you're watching tonight. Love you and glad you're with us. And all the things that she went through on that, and just an outstanding organization to help put that together and keep keep some semblance of
Yeah, we all know
normalcy.
somebody. We all know somebody.
First and goal, Tremper. Anderson, the give, dives to the goal line. No signal yet.
Turned away right at the end, it looked like.
Stopped shy. Quanzel Murphy doubles up at linebacker and fullback for Bradford there to make the stop.
Little run in behind Newberry and Shulsky and trying to stuff it in there. I think I'd come back to it one more time.
I believe this is the 18th play of this drive for Tremper. Second and goal from inside the 1. Anderson stumbles to the goal line. Touchdown, Tremper. What a drive here for the Trojans, keeping their hopes alive in this ball game. Max Hagopian did get a piece of Anderson at the goal line, but not enough. And Anderson in for the score. And Tremper, maybe the drive of the year to date, able to cap it off with the touchdown.
Just a little dive play in behind right guard, right tackle, Newberry, Nathan Newberry, 6'3", 250. Jordan Shulsky, 6'3", 305. And Zach Teetle, the tight end, who is a small one at 6'3", 195. But that was an excellent drive. But you also got to give Bradford, they hung tough. They fought till the bitter end. And now I think, are they going to go for 2?
Well, there's stopping play here, and might have been an injured Bradford player here.
Well, they
Let's
just
see.
picked a flag up on the end zone.
Oh, legal substitution. I think you go for 2 now because of half the distance,
that
right?
would put them 10 behind. And a field goal and a touchdown would tie it up.
Neil Bruner, our referee here tonight, one of the best on the high school level, also doubles up on the college circuit. We see him from time to time at the Division III level.
Because at 11 you still need, then you have to get 8 and 3.
High snap, able to get it down, but it's blocked.
That's a problem.
Birch's kick is blocked. Jerry Nash came in for the block. He does everything for this Bradford team on defense, and that time snuck through for the block as we get another look.
Off the left edge over here, I believe. There he is. That's the reason we talked about him before the game, because he's the guy that makes things happen for Bradford. He's in the middle of the defense. He's making plays from sideline to sideline.
So the extra point no good, 28-16 as we head back downstairs to Mike McGivern.
Hey guys, thanks a lot. I'm here with Dr. Sue. She is the principal at Bradford, a Tremper grad, but a principal at Bradford, and trust me, she bleeds Bradford right now. Doctor, thank you so much for your time. Tell us a little bit about how the year's going. You talked to me about a single word that you use this year at Bradford. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Well, right now I'm in my 5th year at Bradford High School, and each year I come into the school with a word for the classes to think about. And this year my word is determination, to never give up, unwavering, tenacity, be tough, do whatever you need to do, but get it done. We hold high expectations for everybody, and as you can see here, our crowd, our students, we're students before we're athletes, and it's just a determination to do well no matter where we are in life.
You know, I've talked to Dr. Sue for 3 minutes. I'd run through the wall for her right now. Determination. Dr. Sue, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on. Thank you.
Excellent. Back to you boys in the booth.
Dewey Warner with the return out across the 25, maybe the 26-yard line, but a penalty marker down once again.
In the area where it's usually holding, and that's exactly what it is. So that'll be half the distance of the goal. Looks like it'll go back to the 10-yard line.
Andrew Bianin there to make the stop, and Bradford has been their own worst enemy here in this ball game. It would be I think it would be more enjoyable for Jed Kennedy, but for the penalties tonight, particularly on that last drive, 17 plays, 62 yards, 2 of those 15-yard penalties, and then converting on 2 fourth downs, as Tremper able to punch it in and answer Bradford to stay in this ball game.
Now, in Bradford, Jed Kennedy runs a very disciplined practice, and I was very impressed by how they practice. They practice hard and they practice fast. But right now, what I see him, he's a little more concerned with the refereeing than he is with his team, and he needs to work on his team because the referees aren't making penalties. It's the team that aren't making penalties.
Try and pound it to Cabrera, takes it out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Trayvon Anderson there to make the stop for Tremper. Well, they're New York's elite squad, and they handle the worst cases. Don't miss Stabler and Benson on Law & Order SVU. That's Monday nights at 7, starting this Monday on Milwaukee's My 24. Gain of 5, second down 5 for Bradford. Waning moments here of this third quarter. And this is Myers coming around the near side. Myers with running room, brought down from behind. Meyer with a nice strong run. Mitchell Hilliard climbing up the back to bring him down, but not before a first down.
Well, I can tell you the stable of backs at Bradford is not empty because they lost Vontae Jackson. John Myers is an outstanding back, in my opinion. He's a double threat as a pass receiver and a runner, and he can get to the edge. He's got good speed.
13-yard pickup out to the 28, first down, and now Dewey Hilliard running outside. Dewey Warner, I should say. Warner down the far sideline and wrestled out of bounds at the Trojan 45-yard line. Bianon there to finally get him out of bounds. Another strong run, this time by the other running back, Dewey Warner, the 6-foot senior.
Yeah, what's happening is, Tremper is packed in there to stop that fullback up the middle, which they have done. But in order to do that, they've had to sacrifice contain on the outside of their defense, and Bradford is using that man in motion and tossing that play out there, and they're getting outflanked, and long gains are getting them out of trouble.
32-yard pickup to the Trojan 40, first and 10 Red Devils. Swisher, I should say, wants to throw, swings it out to Warner with the catch inside the 30 down to the 26-yard line. Jazz Peavy able to bring him down. Another 14-yard pickup and another first bank first down for the Red Devils.
That's a pass that Bradford runs a lot. It's probably their favorite pattern. They swing that back out of the backfield after running the corner off and just dump it out there and let him run.
And their thanks to First Bank Financial Center, our first down sponsor this season. First Bank Financial Center, discover the community bank difference. Warner in motion. Cabrera up the middle, bulls his way inside the 15 to the 10, a race to the pylon, trip down at the 5. Chipping him down, Mitchell Hilliard for Tremper, short of the goal line, first and goal, Red Devils.
Well, their offensive team is definitely rested because they were off the field for like 8 minutes on that last drive. And Tremper does have 3 or 4 guys that are playing both ways. And I think it's starting to show a little bit. There's maybe some fatigue involved here as well as great execution by Bradford.
From the 4-yard line, first and goal. Cabrera again works the left side. Touchdown, Cabrera and the Red Devils. His 4th touchdown of the night. He had 2 coming in, and Cabrera showing his strength going over the left side.
Well, I can tell you that it's probably lucky for the other teams in the Southeast Conference that Vontae Jackson is not on this team right now, because they're dynamite without him, and they would be unbelievable with him there, I can tell you that. Of course, nobody, and I certainly didn't want Vontae Jackson to get hurt. That's not what I mean at all. It's just that this is a very good football team. I think probably the best team that we have seen in our telecast this year. And they just answered the call there that they had to.
17 carries, 159 yards, and 4 touchdowns for Mr. Cabrera tonight. Bucking for player of the game honors later on. We'll have to keep that one in mind as it's 35-16 Red Devils.
He's a punishing runner. He's got enough speed that when he gets open, he can take advantage of open field. He's a good blocker. One thing they haven't done, I guess, is throw it to him.
Well, your Tremper, you got to just climb right back on the horse here. You know you can move the football on this Red Devil defense. By no means is this over. You still got almost 14 minutes of football left here.
But they can't take 8 minutes to get a touchdown anymore. They've got to get them a little quicker than that. So they're going to have to open it up a little bit and maybe go down the field. And they're playing a tough man-to-man, but there's room to get passes in there. And Connor Patty's going to be tested in that situation now.
90-yard drive capped off by Cabrera's 4-yard run, his 4th touchdown of the night. Witkowski tees it up.
Good kickoff return here would certainly fix a lot of ills.
Witkowski will kick this one away again. It's another short kick. It's bobbled and then taken by one of the short men here for Tremper. That was Logan Peltier. Another penalty marker down as they unpile short of the 30-yard line. Alex Storino on special teams, a backup safety there to make the tackle, but I don't know. Let's see what we got here. Another dead ball, personal foul. Personal foul against Bradford.
Wow.
It's their fourth one tonight. Third here in the second half, as maybe we'll get another look at it here.
I didn't see it myself, but unless there was a late hit or something like that.
Nope, this is going to go against the Trojans. Brunner,
he signaled the wrong way.
Signaled the wrong way, so it is going to go against the Trojans here, but.
And that hurts too.
They'll move it all the way back inside the 15-yard line to start this drive.
Yeah, that happened. I think it happened at the 29-yard line, so it turns out to be a 14.5-yard penalty.
As the Trojan offense takes the field, check out the Wendy's Varsity Blitz High School Football Coaches Show every Saturday morning at 10 on Sports Radio 1250 WSSP. Our own Mike McGivern and Joe Cook will talk to a different coach each week. Saturday mornings at 10 on Sports Radio 1250 WSSP. I think I see Sparky roaming around the sideline here tonight too. The pitch will go back to Anderson. Anderson cuts it up the middle. Nice cut across the 20 out to the 23-yard line. Gain of about 8 on the play, and Anderson with that good hard cut to the inside to get the yardage.
Yeah, that was a great cut, and he has got good acceleration. Once he sees that lane, he really goes for it.
Murphy and Hagopian able to wrap him up just shy, and we got a Bradford player down at the 15-yard line as play is stopped here.
He's holding his left knee. That's not a good sign. I didn't catch his number. But from Tremper's standpoint, they have second and short here. This is a chance maybe to go with a play-action pass on second down, thinking that you can come back on third down and get the first down.
So an injury timeout here. We can look ahead a little bit. This is really the first of 5 rivalry games coming up.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Next week we have the Battle of Brookfield, and there's a chance that they both could be undefeated in the conference when they get together.
Our Thursday Night Lights Real Fan Cam presented to you every week by Wendy's. Wendy's, you know when it's real. The Tremper faithful. The student body on hand here tonight. Cheering on the Trojans. Yeah, Brookfield East, Brookfield Central, a couple of undefeated teams in the greater metro. Could possibly be 3-0 by the time we get into play next week in conference.
Then we go with Milwaukee Riverside, Milwaukee Bradley Tech, which are the 2 best teams in the city of Milwaukee Conference. And then after that, we have Cudahy and St. Francis, which is a border war on the southeast side of Milwaukee. And then we end up with a North Shore Conference game with Germantown and Homestead, who are 2 of the top teams in that conference. There's a lot to shake out there by that time. It's a possibility that Homestead would be playing its 11th season without a loss in the conference. We'll see if that can happen at that time.
The injured player was Kyle Ziegler, a senior, 6'3", 210, helped off to the Bradford sideline. 2nd and 2 for Tremper. Connor Patty will hand it off. Anderson caught in the backfield, and he's going to be stuffed at the 20-yard line. Loss of 3 on the play as the Bradford broke containment, busted into the backfield. Leading the play there, Billy Thomas in to replace Ziegler on that defensive line. Comes in to make the play. Get another look here.
Yeah, he tried to bounce it outside, and there just was no place to go. And that's outstanding defense. You have to give Bradford credit on that. They took care of business.
Hank Stram would call that too much leakage up front.
You're right.
Loss of 3. 3rd down and 5 here, under a minute to go, 3rd quarter. Patty rolls right. Delivers the football, caught. Bienen, 1st down, out across the 25 to the 26-yard line. Gain of 6 and a 1st down on the pitch and catch, I should say, from Patty to Bienen. Sean Payne out there defensively for Bradford.
Well, that's just a rollout to the right for the quarterback and a little sit-down route for the wide receiver, Bienen. He down the field a yard or 2 past the 1st and 10 marker, and then just sit there and wait for the ball.
30 seconds to go here in this 3rd quarter. Tremper able to convert the 1st down. A little bit more room here. Trips here to the near side. 3 receivers. Anderson, the lone man in the backfield, is Patty. 2-step roll, throws it behind Peavy, makes the catch, breaks a tackle across the 35, and out of bounds across the 40-yard line. Jammed out that time as Peavy makes the reception.
Well, he ran out of the tackle of Max Agopian there. And when they go to that trips formation, they don't play man-to-man anymore. They play zone, and that gives the receivers a little bit more room to operate. And that's a good formation for Tremper, I think, if they want to move the ball throwing.
Carvel Graham delivering another Boucher big hit collision. You have a collision, and you can count on Boucher Automotive with body shops all over southeast Wisconsin to fix whatever is dented or broken on your car. 1st and 10 at the 41. Waning seconds of this third quarter. Connor Patty in under center.
So he's changing the play.
Offset eye here. They'll pitch it to Anderson, and we got to delay a game here. Back judge threw the flag, so it'll be a delay here against Tremper. So 5 yards will work it back. 1st and 15 here.
Now, there's no countdown clock in high school, but there is an official in the secondary that the quarterback can see, and he starts counting with his hand the last 5 seconds. And so I think Connor Petty lost track of what was going on in his attempt to change the play, and it cost him 5 yards.
1st and 15. Slot receiver, Peavy to the far side. Anderson the lone tailback. Low snap, Patty rolling right. With time, delivers, incomplete, looking for Buchanan again on that far side. Max Segopian with the coverage.
Yeah, very good coverage. Pass is just a little bit out of his reach. But Bradford now seems to be playing more zone coverage than man-to-man because I think they're anticipating a little bit more pass than run.
And Frank Matrice, longtime coach here at Tremper, 15 years head coach, looking for that 100th victory.
Got nice even temperament. You know, he's a fiery guy, but right now he's got a job. He's got to coach it.
Tough but fair. That's how I would label it.
Yeah, I agree.
2nd and 15. Patty blitz on, throws over the middle, incomplete. You had 2 receivers cutting across there, Jazz Peavy and Brandon Schubel. Peavy the intended target. It was Mitchell Young, I believe, also in there defensively for Bradford.
Bradford brought the two outside linebackers and put some pressure on the quarterback, and he had to get rid of the ball. And they were able to, it was just too much traffic. He couldn't get the pass in the hole that he needed to get it in.
So another key 3rd down for the Tremper offense.
Yeah, this is a big one. They're 3rd and 15.
They trail by 19. Patty and Anderson still conversing in the backfield. Got to get this snap off. Back judge is counting. They just beat the play clock. Patty wants to set up the play, and he is drilled. Anderson hit hard by Quanzel Murphy at the 36-yard line. Yep. Another Boucher big hit to close out our 3rd quarter.
Yeah, that's a bomber right there. Yeah.
Big play there as the 3rd quarter comes to an end. Before we head to break, let's go down to the sideline and Mike McGivern.
Hey guys, here with Tony O'Gully. First team All-State defense and offense last year as a junior. Dying to be on the field. He dinged up his knee a little bit. This is a tough one for you to sit out.
Yes, sir, it is. And I'm over here just trying to keep composing for my team and trying to cheer my team on.
You know, all MAC schools have offered a couple of Big Ten schools talking to him right now. Dream scenario, you get these guys back in the playoffs.
Definitely. I can't wait for it.
Yeah, no doubt. He's a good young man. Hey, let's get to a break. Other side of the break, we'll be back up to the booth with John Weiser and Dick Batcher.
Tremper to punt to start our 4th quarter here at Amici Field with Mike McGivern, Dick Basham, John Weiser with you. Bradford looking to set up a return here. Sorry with the kick, an end-over-end returnable kick. Nash will take it across his 35, breaks a tackle to 40, 45 midfield, breaks another tackle there, and is stood up and driven down at the Trojan 47-yard line. Good strong return for Nash as he was brought down by Jared Flash and Buchanan.
You can see here he makes the first guy miss, he made the second guy miss, and he almost got out of the 3rd one. He's just a kind of I would say more of a natural. That's kind of an instinctive thing. I don't think you can really teach that ability to return kicks like that.
26-yard return for the Red Devils sets them up 1st and 10 at the Tremper 46-yard line. Jed Kennedy He is just a bundle of energy all game long.
Yes, he is.
And in practice, too.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Bouncing all over the place.
He's a coach. He's always coaching. He never takes a day off. Here's a play action.
Reverse
pass.
Throwing it out, and it's intercepted by Peavy at the 20-yard line. They tried the reverse, handing it off to Dewey Werner, who then in turn gave it to Lafayette. And Lafayette's pass picked off by Peavy's. We'll take another look at this one.
Yeah, that was pretty much a jump ball, and Peavy got up on it and picked it off.
Tried to run that reverse. They ran it a couple times, and Tremper able to stay with the receiver as Lafayette underthrew the receiver. You can see that wounded duck up there, and didn't quite catch the intended target down there, but Peavy with the pick.
Well, here's an opportunity. It's early in the fourth quarter. Down by 19, they need 3 scores, obviously, so they can't mess around here. They've got to really go for the throat here a little bit.
Anderson, at fullback this time, takes it across the 20 out to the 22-yard line. And mix it up a little bit that time, running him out of the fullback spot. Mike Anderson on the carry, Hagopian, Max Hagopian, and Justin Carbone making the stop.
I think if Coach Matrice has a sleeper play that he could pull out here, this would probably be a good time to do it, rather than wait until later in the game when they're a little more looking for it. We're back to man-to-man pass defense again, it looks
Schubel
like.
split out here the near side, and they'll give it. He's trying to dance his way forward. I believe that was Boobin who was, Bienen on the carry. Lined up in the backfield that time, short of the first down, brings up another critical third down. Quanzel Murphy leading the way that time for that group of Red Devils.
Right. Kind of a pinball in there, bouncing off guys.
That's one thing about Bradford. Very physical on defense, but they flow. It's a gang tackle on every play.
Any good defense, their defense is on their feet, staying there, keeping their shoulders parallel to the line of scrimmage, and they just skate, as we say in coaching lingo, skate along until you find the guy with the ball.
3rd and 4. Patty throwing near side. Catch is made by Peavy. First down across the 30. 35 down the near sideline in midfield. And Peavy pushed out of bounds there as he picks up the first down. Sean Payne with the shove out, but not before a big return, big pass reception, I should say, as they will mark him down. Actually stepped out back at the 41-yard line.
Enough speed to outrun Hagopian here. Get down the sideline. If he actually could have cut back, he had a blocker. He might have been able to get a few more yards.
17-yard reception out to the 41-yard line, and that sets up a first down for Tremper. He saw him try and tightrope the chalk there in the near sideline.
Tight rope?
I'll get it out yet. Tight rope.
It's easy for me to say.
Yeah. Schubel with the catch down the far sideline and out of bounds at Red Devil territory, just shy of the Bradford 45-yard line. Luke Hagopian this time on the stop, but again, a gain of 13 and a first down for Tremper, starting to air it out.
Well, you can see that Tremper has good receivers. Patty's an excellent thrower. Get the ball out in open spaces and let him run.
Again, we're just 2 minutes into our fourth quarter. Plenty of time.
Yeah, they're getting out of bounds, stopping the clock.
Anderson, the lone man in the backfield. Twin slots here, 4 receivers going out. Connor Patty from shotgun. Here comes the blitz. Hit as he's thrown. Ball in the air, and it's incomplete. Looking for Peavy here on the near side. Coverage by Max Hagopian defensively for Bradford.
I thought the Bradford defender had his hands on the receiver a little bit while the ball was in the air, but you might have thought it was a tipped pass because the quarterback was under pressure.
Jack Heide with the pressure up the middle that time, the junior defensive lineman for Bradford.
Wonder if they have a screen pass. Screen pass could be effective here because they're really trying to get after the QB now. Or a draw play or something like that. Now, the draw play's kind of gone the way of the Edsel here lately. You don't see it much anymore. I think it's a great play.
Twin slots again, and
it's 5.
Yep, the right side fired off the football early for Tremper. Very few penalties tonight on Tremper. Very
they
well
played a
disciplined.
pretty clean game, yeah.
So 2nd and 15 coming up here for Tremper. Ball back at their own 49-yard line. Again, the Red Devils winning 6 of the last 8 meetings. Even going back further, the last 16 split out 8-8. It's been an even rivalry here as Anderson breaks one tackle, takes it across midfield. Stutter steps to the 44-yard line. That was all on Anderson that time, breaking a tackle in the backfield and getting positive yardage before Clunas brought him down.
Yeah, you're going to see that, right? He's going to step out of one tackle right there. And he's going to give a little shoulder fake right here and cut back inside. And that was an excellent run all by himself for the most part.
3rd and long here, 3rd and 8. And the Red Devil 44. They're creeping up. Here comes the blitz. They'll swing it out, looking for Schubel. It's incomplete. Schubel locked in man coverage with Luke Hagopian. It was just overthrown. Schubel able to get just a hand on it.
Yeah, just a little bit too high. Schubel's he's got good size. He's 6'2", but it's still a little bit too high for him. And now it's 4th and 8, and they got to go for it at this point in the game.
Yeah, the Trojans will go for it here. Tremper down to 2 timeouts. They may elect to burn one here, and they do.
The last one, yeah.
They'll stop play here, try and talk about this 4th down. While they do that, we'll remind you that Thursday Night Lights is available streaming live online. Log on to my24milwaukee.com. Click on the Thursday Night Lights link, and you can also find our complete game schedule, watch archive videos of our games, and even post your own photos on my24milwaukee.com. We've gone viral.
Viral?
Viral. That's
Is
what
that
they call it. I think that's good.
Okay.
I mean, I've been radio, been TV, and now I've gone viral.
Viraled.
We've been viraled.
3 for 3.
So Tremper taking a timeout. They have a 4th and 8 coming up at the Bradford 44-yard line. Frank Matrice has his offensive unit talking things over there.
That's their last timeout. I'm quite sure they'll get another one probably out of a TV timeout here in the middle of this quarter. But the game is on the line right now. You can't. It doesn't do any good to save it for when it's no good.
Once again to Mike McGivern.
Hey guys, I'm standing with the athletic director, head boys baseball coach, John Matera. John, thanks for joining us. He gave me a number, 500 kids at Tremper playing sports. That's a big number.
It's about a fourth of our school. We've got a lot of kids playing over 8 sports this fall. We've got eight fall programs, and it's a busy time at Tremper.
No doubt. Great baseball, man. Good baseball program here at Tremper. Back to you boys up in the booth.
Abdul Hinton with the sack of Patty back across midfield, blowing up 4th down here for the Trojans.
Yeah, that was good defense. And I was just thinking to myself before that play, it'd be good to roll the quarterback out where he could see, which is what they did. But Abdul had designs on that himself and took care of it.
Well, Bradford now, a chance to put this one completely to bed here in the Red Devil win column.
I see they've got Quanzell Murphy back in the game, going back to their single wing offense they started with. This probably means they're going to pound it a little bit.
Murphy around the right side, taking tacklers with him inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Gain of about 8 on the play for Quanzell Murphy.
That's exactly what it
Once again, Buchanan there defensively. Our star so far tonight has been Henry Cabrera, 17 carries, 159 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Part of our leaderboard tonight brought to you by Wisconsin Lutheran College. Academic excellence, Christian leadership. Murphy again close to a 1st down here. Trying to work the left side of that Bradford offensive line. Trayvon Anderson able to bring him down.
That was a good defensive effort there, just a little straight-ahead play that really didn't get started because Tremper was all over it.
He'll be short, 3rd, inside a yard here. Swisher, the quarterback, gets the 1st down. Just buries his head behind Tyler Shend and Hunter Corrigan on that right side for the 1st down.
Yeah, they got good movement on that. Right off the ball here, you can see right straight ahead here. Cabrera leading the play.
Ryan Fuhrer, free safety, stepping up for the hit, but Swisher picking up the 1st down.
And more importantly, the clock is running there.
Murphy, direct snap, hands it off. This is Dewey. Dewey Warner inside the 20, 25 down to the 23-yard line. Dewey Werner, the senior, off the handoff from Murphy.
Little counter play from Murphy. See the guard pulling around. I think it was Tyler Shend, if I got the number right, 66.
6'2", 240 with the lead out that time, the pulling guard. First and 10 inside the 22. Bradford just chipping away here. Direct snap, Murphy. Murphy, big hole up the middle. Following his blockers down to the 10 and stopped at the 9-yard line. Quanzel Murphy, 11-yard pickup and another Red Devil first down, and
just
Graham wearing
Bullmore
Tremper
here.
out.
Yeah, there's Bullmore going up the hole. He doesn't really end up blocking anybody, but it's because there wasn't anybody there to block.
Once again, Austin Thompson with the stop, his third tackle of the ball game. First and goal just inside the 10 for Bradford. 7:18 to play. Again, Murphy. Back direct snap. Wants to throw. Dumps it out. Swisher with the catch. Touchdown, Bradford. How about them apples?
Yeah, there's one of those little passes I talked about earlier. Just a clever little pass to the wingback. And fullback, did you throw it to the fullback or the wingback? No, to the quarterback. I'm sorry. Yeah, to Swisher, the quarterback, who is in the backfield on the snap but doesn't get it and just leads the play, and then all of a sudden he just dumps it to him.
Swisher,
very difficult to cover.
His first touchdown reception of the year.
So I'm working on that in practice, and that was it looked really good in practice, and they executed it to perfection.
Postabile on the snap, Swisher on the hold for Witkowski.
Oh,
Miss snap there. I don't think
lost the handle on it, evidently.
Didn't get it away. 41-16 as the extra point goes awry here with just over 7 minutes remaining in this one. And Bradford in convincing fashion able to stop Tremper on fourth down and add insult to injury, march it in for 6.
I think depth and power is kind of prevailed here in the second half. And, it's been I think it's been a really good football game. I think Tremper has accounted for themselves quite well. I think they're a little bit outmanned. They've got a few guys playing both ways, and that does take its toll in a really hard-hitting, high-energy game like this. They just haven't been able to get a stop when they needed it. And that's really what a game like this, a game is about. You have to be able to get the ball back.
Well, and there's too many weapons here for Bradford. You know, we've seen Myers, we've seen Warner run the ball, Cabrera tonight with 4 touchdowns. Then you go to the bruiser Murphy, the 6', 215 cannonball, and just hard to bring down.
Just bring him in occasionally. He's not playing all the time on offense. He's a great defensive player, as we've seen, but offensively he really adds a really power dimension. He's even more powerful than Cabrera.
6 plays, 47 yards. Swisher, the 9-yard reception. The extra point failed, and we're at a 41-16 score. Witkowski, again, a short kickoff. And Anderson, who was up short, makes the catch. Anderson across the 35 out to the 38-yard line.
Good return.
8-yard return, short of the 40-yard line. DeQuan Blanks there to bring him down, along with Hagopian for Bradford. And so Tremper, with just over 7 minutes to go, chance to make a statement here, I think. If you want to see if you've got something left here, you want to just advance the football, pick up some first downs, get a score here, and I think show everyone here that they have not given up here and that they're still going to fight right to the very end.
Well, I think what's happened in Tremper is with a second loss in the conference, they've played what I think are the 2 best teams in the conference in these 2 games. They're probably not going to win the conference. What they're going to do now is work on their game. You want to make sure they qualify for the playoffs.
I'll pitch it out here to the near side. Carbone there to make the stop, along with Avalos at the bottom of that pile, stopping Anderson.
Carbone has had an excellent game tonight. His name has been called an awful lot. He's a very solid linebacker. They got, with he and Murphy at linebacker, they're very solid there.
Bradford rolling in some substitutions. We've got a new quarterback in there for Tremper, Cato Nichols, a 5'10", 150-pound junior. Anderson, the lone tailback, double tights for Tremper on 2nd and 10. Play action. Nichols rolling left. Squares up. Delivers the football. Overthrows his target looking for Zach Tiedel. The tight end, the junior, Max Hagopian there in the coverage.
It was a good rollout to the left. Just a hair overthrown.
It's a tough pass.
Yeah.
Rolling left, and you got to
That's
square up.
It's tough for the quarterback, and it has a tendency to wander farther left than you expect. You have to compensate for that, and he didn't quite do that.
Buchanan will check in now.
I think we've shown that they have a capable quarterback coming back next year.
He'll replace Boobin. We'll send Schubel out to the far side along with Peavy. Buchanan lined up here near side. Anderson the single back with Nichols out of shotgun. 3rd and 10 at their own 39. Nichols with time, delivers far side. It's broken up, incomplete. Again, looking for Schubel. Max Hagopian, the strong safety right there. That was nearly picked.
Well, it was nearly picked and nearly caught both. Schubel had his hands on it, but I think he was distracted by the defender crossing in front of him.
3 and out, first time tonight for Tremper. And Solani in to punt. They need a boomer right here.
Single safety back there.
Solani gets the snap. Nice kick. High floater. Taken on the run. Catch made by Phil Lynch. And Kyle Holden there to bring him down right away for Tremper. We will step out and take a break exactly midway through this 4th quarter. Bradford up big on Tremper. Thursday Night Lights in Kenosha, presented by Wendy's. Bradford football, 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line. They lead big here over Kenosha Tremper, looking to remain undefeated on the year. New quarterback in there now. It is Draven Lafayette at quarterback. Gain of about 1 on the play brings up 2nd and 9. Mike Morelli, the junior, on the stop for Tremper.
Got some new backs in there, too. I think Lynch is in there.
Lynch trying the right side. Lynch, big room. Lynch on the loose. Down the sideline. Lynch inside the 30. And he'll be wrapped up at the 15-yard line. Closing in, Brandon Ziegner. Able to finally bring him down, but Lynch, a reserve running back, with a big gain down to the Trojan 15 as we get another look.
Right. It's a sweep to the right, and he cuts back against the flow of the play. He's got good speed. I watched him in practice on Tuesday as well, and Jed said he's going to be a very good back for him, but probably is going to have to wait till next year for his turn.
5'6", 165-pound junior Lynch. As they give it to Carter, his second carry. Carter fights forward inside the 15 to the 14. Brian Page able to wrestle him down. Just so many weapons here, and everybody talked about how they would replace, Gordon and DeBartolo and the loss of Vontae Jackson this season. And boy, they just keep rolling them right off the bench.
Well, I think one of the key things of a successful coach is using your personnel. And they obviously have done a good job of getting their personnel in the right places, developing depth, and catering to their abilities.
Lynch trying the right side, stopped almost immediately for a short gain. Maybe a yard or 2, bringing up 3rd and long. And they're just moving the clock here as we approach the 4-minute mark.
Bradford is a running team. They're not going to win a lot of games by passing. They might have some successful passes, but they're not going to go up and down the field passing the ball. And they need to play from ahead. If they get down 2 or 3 scores, they're in a little bit of trouble. But the way they run the football, it's not likely that's going to happen.
Jerry Mercado out to the far side on the carry. This is his first carry. Jermaine Baldwin. Baldwin inside the 5, down to the 4. Should have enough for a first down. 1st and goal, Red Devils. Marcus Ledford coming in, make the play.
Just a little toss sweep. Student body right. Everybody's out there blocking. You see right there. Cuts back. You see a lot of blue shirts with white and red helmets on them.
First and goal at the 5 for Bradford. 3.5 minutes to go in this contest. Lafayette will hand it off. Fullback in. Touchdown, Bradford. Carter with the touchdown run of 5 yards to put an exclamation point on this one tonight at Amici Field.
Well, they just ran it straight down the field. There you've got fresh ponies in there. Tremper's a little tired. They still have their number 1 offensive line in, it looks like.
Just too much, that Lynch run, just really the backbreaker on this drive. And Eric Witkowski.
That was all skill on his part. It wasn't a breakdown in defense so much as he did a good job of cutting back and taking what they gave him.
Witkowski drills the extra point, 48-16. Another look at the touchdown run by Carter.
Straight ahead to the end zone. Nothing fancy.
48-16 Bradford. Again, when they met in the regular season last year, Bradford posted 70 on Tremper. A little bit closer in the playoffs last year. 28-14 final in that third level of the playoffs. And
would have been interesting to see what would happen if they'd had Tony O'Gully tonight.
Yep.
I'm not sure he was a 31-point or 32-point difference as the score indicates now, but certainly would have been interesting.
Our National Guard, Wisconsin National Guard, they're getting tuckered out here. Look at that. 6 plays, 71 yards. The big play, the Lynch big rip down to the 15-yard line, and Carter put it in from 5.
It's like the guy on the right is doing about 3 to the one, every one on the left. Get the sergeant down there and get that counting going.
And Ron Davies is down there. He's keeping track.
Okay, Sergeant
Davies.
Davies. Okay.
Sergeant Davies is all over that one. Well, some new returnmen back there for.
This is a chance to get a lot of guys in the game. They deserve it, and
that's Jared Flash, the deep man. Again, it'll be a short kick. It'll bounce around. It'll be covered up immediately by one of the short men, Victor Agosto. 5'10", 160, a senior. Wraps that one up out at the 34-yard line. Well, Bradford still has Muskego on their schedule. Tremper still has to play Franklin.
Right.
Muskego playing Park this weekend in the Southeast Conference. Horlick's got Franklin, Racine Horlick and Franklin, I believe, in the other matchup in the league. Muskego making the most of their farewell of this league. Muskego going to move to the Classic 8 next year, so they're
buckle their chin strap there, too.
That's right.
Yeah.
Nichols now again at quarterback. We'll swing this one out. Catch made by Peavy across the 40, 45 down the sideline and out of bounds. Short of the Red Devil, 47-yard line. Nice play that time by Daquan Blanks to finally bring him down. And there's Peavy having a pretty strong ball game on both sides of the football tonight.
He has, no doubt about it. He has an interception, several tackles. That play has been successful every time they've run it tonight, and he does a very good job of catching on the run and getting outside the defense.
18-yard pickup, first down Tremper at the Bradford 47. Low snap, Nichols picks it up again to Peavy, far side. Peavy, first down and more, ushered out of bounds, gain of 15 before he's driven out of bounds by Chris Barata. Officially a 13-yard pickup and a Tremper first down, and again just playing loose back there, keep everything in front.
Cato Nichols is a very capable quarterback. I've seen in the few plays he's been in, he throws the ball very well. He's got a quick release, a nice high release. Doesn't flinch at anybody rushing him.
And again for Frank Matrice, just getting a look at what you got in the stable here. Nothing against what Connor Patty did here tonight. He was efficient in running the offense.
If Patty is hurt, I don't see him on the sideline.
Nichols again to Peavy with the catch. Peavy breaks a tackle and out of bounds. Short of the 25-yard line, close to another Tremper first down. Costabile there, the long snapper, now in defense.
Rolls in right, nice, see the ball up by his shoulder. Nice throw, good catch. Solid defense, 4 guys over there.
Another first down tonight for Tremper. We have a moment. CW18 is TV to talk about, and on Tuesday, Sarah Michelle Gellar's new show Ringer continues. As the web of lies get deeper, the FBI turns up the heat, seeing double with an all-new Ringer. That's Tuesdays at 8 on Milwaukee's CW18. The pitch to Anderson. Anderson takes it inside the 20, carries tacklers down to the 16-yard line. Danny Simonson there to make the stop.
Just a little toss play. Turns it up the field and runs to the open lane.
Short of the first down. Gain of about 8 on the play as the clock rolls. 2:35 to go here in the ball game. Good statement here by Tremper. They're not going to go down without a fight.
Yeah, they're not going away.
Anderson, single set. Peavy in a slot to the right. And they'll give it to Anderson with room to the 10, 5, goal line, touchdown. Anderson, good strong run. Plenty of blue shirts downfield on the block.
Right.
And Anderson punches it in as we get another look.
Nice run right here. Just bounces it outside. Good blocking in the secondary. And Bradford does have their second unit in there.
Third touchdown of the year for Michael Anderson, his second game back. Replacing Antonio Gully here tonight. Gully right there. That's a sign of a good teammate right there in the letter jacket, giving him a high five. Birch for the extra point. It is good. 48-23 with 2:18 to go. And as I said, a good statement here by Tremper. They weren't going to go down without a fight. The second unit in there, and again, relying on a couple of veterans and Anderson and Peavy on that drive. But Nichols showing some promise at quarterback here, and then it's something they've developed through the years here at Tremper, some very efficient quarterbacking.
When Gully gets back, they're going to have a nice 1-2 punch with Anderson and Gully. That's I did find Connor Patty down there. It seems that he might. Oh, there we go. Ooh, look at that. 1-footers.
I told you, Coach Davies was on this from the start.
That's right. He got it straightened out. Now give the guy double time for that. I did see Connor Patty on the sideline. Looked to me, I don't know if he hurt his back a little bit. He seemed to be kind of stretching it out. I think maybe Coach Matrice just put Nichols in there to give him some experience, but he's definitely got a good number 2 quarterback. I can see that. And Nichols and Patty are talking to each other right now on the sideline.
Jerry Nash and Dewey Werner back deep to receive. Werner will pick it up off the ground, short of the 20. Stumbles around, nowhere to run, and it'll be buried at the 25-yard line. Ball loose. Tremper thinks they may have it. Let's see. Nope, Bradford came up with it. Nash was dancing around, and he had that ball standing in front as we get a look at Connor Patty here. He's walking around in that sideline. But Nash nearly coughed that one away, and Red Devils able to cover it up. I think it was Hilliard who might have been on the stop. Let's get a look.
Yeah, he was kind of dancing around waiting for the seat apart a little bit, and it didn't. Finally, somebody grabbed him and put him down.
I think I called that one.
Number 83, Joe Simons.
Yeah, the ball did come out. The ball did come out there. Warner was able to cover that one back up. So 1st and 10, Bradford at their own 25-yard line. 2:08 to go in the game. The new quarterback in there now, Nate Wilson. Lynch again trying to get the outside and nearly got the edge as he was tripped up.
I tell you, if they ever need a change of pace in the game, he is quick.
Austin Thompson there to make the play, tripped him up, but boy, Lynch gets to the edge in a hurry.
You know, he's one of those little short guys. You can't see him behind the lineman right away either.
So the quarterback is Nate Wilson, 6'3", 185, a junior. Lynch now will come out. Run as much time as they can here.
Confusion in the backfield.
Send a man in motion. It's the fullback gets the call out across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
That's Daquan Blanks.
Daquan Blanks on the carry, 5'11 junior. Brandon Ziegner with the tackle, but a Bradford first down as we get a look at
little inside counter play. Yeah. This is good for both teams to get some other people on the field. get them on videotape or on the tape so they can watch it. Never know when you're going to find somebody that can help you out. He's a backup player for the rest of the season.
Wilson will keep it, and he'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard, as we're under a minute to go in this one. So 5-0 Bradford goes.
Right.
Tremper, their second consecutive loss. They'll fall to 1-2 in league play. Lost last week to Muskego.
If everything goes according to the pattern and plan, these Bradford and Muskego will hook up in the eighth game of the season, and that would probably be for the conference championship, barring a disaster of some kind for one of those two teams.
Final carry of the night. That should run out the clock here. It's Carter on the carry. Or check that new back in there for his first carry, Cody Jarina. And Bradford makes it 7 out of the last 9 over its crosstown rival Tremper with a 48-23 victory before a full house here at Amici Field in Kenosha. Handshakes at the center. Judd Kennedy, Frank Matrice, two coaches that have a lot of respect for each other.
Yep, rightfully so.
But it's the Red Devils tonight, just too many weapons here, and they just wore down the Trojans in the second half for the win.
Yeah, I think the score is indicative of who the better team is. I'm not sure. Tremper hung with them for the better part of 3 quarters, I would say, and then they got away from them a little bit. They just couldn't get the stops that they needed and couldn't make the big plays and get a quick touchdown. That eight-minute drive was impressive, but then Bradford came right back and answered right away, and that kind of nullified those 8 minutes of work.
Tremper now 3-2, 1-2 in league play. Bradford 3-0 in the Southeast Conference, 5-0 overall, as they pick up the win for Judd Kennedy, now 45th win in his coaching career. And as I said, Bradford now has won 7 of the last 9 meetings, including a couple of playoff appearances the last several years.
You can see with a long line of players here, both coaches have a lot of players. I think there's on the 2 rosters there's only 1 sophomore, and that's I think on Bradford has 1 sophomore quarterback, and so that speaks well of the depth in the classes, the importance of football to the schools and to the players and the coaches, and the good job that they do.
Cabrera tonight with 4 touchdowns to lead the way for Bradford, and only had 2 coming in, but he had 4 scores tonight to help his offense around. And of course, Peavy, a nice job tonight for Tremper, as the Bradford players gathering around, waiting for their trophy presentation as we do each and every Thursday night lights. And
you also see Tremper, they had him on the screen with their captain, Zach Niles, who we talked about before the game. They salute their fans.
So a big win for Bradford tonight as we get set to go downstairs. 48-23 your final, and down to Mike McGivern.
Hey guys, hey guys, here with Judd Kennedy. Great win tonight, Coach. Congratulations.
Yeah, our kids played hard. We take pride in playing as a team and playing physical and nasty football. I think that's what we did tonight.
Hey, we got hold on, David Ford with the trophy presentation for My 24. David.
Coach, thanks for a great show, having us down here in Kenosha. Congratulations on the win in the big rivalry. And here's the trophy that goes with the victory. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Devils 5-0 on the season as they knock off their crosstown rival here tonight at Amici Field. 5-0 Red Devils, 3-0 in conference play. We'll step out, we'll take a break, come back and wrap things up from Kenosha. Thursday Night Lights presented by Wendy's on My 24. Bradford victorious here tonight over their crosstown rival, Kenosha Tremper. Go to 5-0, 3-0 in league play, 48-23, your final here tonight as we talk about our players of the game tonight for both Bradford and Tremper.
Right, well, for Bradford, we're picking fullback Henry Cabrera. He doubled his output in touchdowns for the season so far with 4 tonight, I believe. And I haven't seen the yardage that he had, but he was very effective. He's a hard runner. He's a quick starter at fullback. He keeps his pad level down, which is very important for a fullback, and is able to make holes and push piles. And that's why we chose him. He had a lot of effective backs, but he was the most effective, I think, for the majority of the game.
4 touchdowns tonight for Cabrera to lead the Red Devils over the Trojans by a score of 48-23. We'll take a quick break. Back with a wrap-up from Kenosha right after this. (48-23), Kenosha Bradford over Kenosha Tremper on this edition of Thursday Night Lights as we get a look at the final numbers tonight.
Well, they're indicative of what happened. 501 yards total for Bradford. 9-to-1 ratio there from run to pass, which is not surprising. Nice balance for Tremper. 302 yards is a good night. Just wasn't good enough on this night because Bradford is a solid team and had the better defense, I think, and that's the major difference in the game was the defense of Bradford.
Our players of the game tonight, first for Bradford High School.
Well, Henry Cabrera, as we said earlier, the fullback had 4 touchdowns. He had 2 coming in. He had 4. How many yards did he have? He had 159 yards, 4 touchdowns. So he had a really good night. He has a lot of help, that's for sure. They have a good offensive line. Other backs were effective. But he was the guy we thought was the most consistent all night long.
So Henry Cabrera for Bradford, and now Tremper, our player of the game.
We're going with Jazz Peavy. He's number 2. He's played both ways. He had an interception on defense, a couple of tackles, but he had 7 receptions for 159 total yards. So it's a really good night. Where you can see the swing pass, especially out here, he was very effective. Able to outrun the defense a couple times and get down the sideline. That's what happens here. This is the great over-the-shoulder catch he had earlier in the game that led to a touchdown. There's that little swing pass where he gets down the sideline. It's a few extra yards.
Our Players of the Game award brought to you by the Wisconsin National Guard. Well, we turn our attentions next week to the battle in Brookfield as Brookfield Central takes on Brookfield East next Thursday night at 7 right here on My 24. Thursday Night Lights presented by Wendy's. That'll wrap things up here tonight from Kenosha's Amici Field. Bradford a winner over Tremper. For Mike McGivern, Dick Basham, special thank you to Antonio Freeman and our entire crew here in Kenosha. John Weiser saying good night and thanks for tuning in to Thursday Night Lights presented by Wendy's on My 24.